Frank.
Good afternoon, family. How y'all doing today, man? We coming at y'all once again with an excellent topic. When I mean excellent topic, man, excellent topic. Um, we come to y'all with real stories, real situations outside in the real world, and we're gonna have fun today. We got a cast that's amazing. Um, I'm Uncle Frank.
I'm Uncle Carlos. We're gonna go over to Lewis.
What's up, everybody? Good evening. It's Lewis, aka Uncle Lou. Welcome.
Vincent. Unmute yourself, Vincent. Hey, while Uncle Vincent unmute himself, let's go. We got a new Uncle OG Tori. What's up?
What's going on, everybody? I'm new to the scene. Hopefully, you guys treat me right. I'm Triple OG Tory. What's up?
Triple OG Vincent. What's going on
Hey,
with you,
good
Vincent?
good evening, everybody. I'm having technical difficulties over here on that yak. You know what I'm talking about? Good good evening, everybody. This is OG Vince.
All right. So now that y'all met everybody, what we sipping on today? Your Unc Carlos, Mr. P. I got this old fashioned for y'all. This is for the old unks here. What you got over there, Frank?
Hey, man, since we down here in Georgia, man, I decided give me some of this peach crown, man.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
nothing
Aunt
wrong
Lou,
with
what
that.
you got over there? What you got over
Hey,
there?
hey, man, yesterday was Cinco de Mayo, so I'm still sitting on a little Corona. You
Okay.
know, some chill. I got a little bourbon on the side too, but we gonna take it light tonight. Still got work tomorrow. Let's go.
All right. So OG Vance, what you got? I know you got that Ciroc again, bro. I know you got that Ciroc.
Oh yeah. I gotta finish off that brandy. I like that Ciroc brandy. I gotta finish that on off.
Mm.
Hey, bro, no Diddy. You gotta say no Diddy when you say that.
Hey man, I told you about that now.
Mm.
Free Diddy.
All right. Free did it. Okay, that's the views of OG Vincent are not necessarily the views of Unks and OG worldwide. Okay, we just put that out there.
So you had to
Just putting
put
that
that
out there.
disclaimer out there.
Yes,
Yeah, we gotta
sir.
put a
Hey,
disclaimer out
man.
there, right? Do y'all agree?
Hey, yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I ain't
Okay,
got no
well,
problem with the disclaimer.
all right, OG Tori, what you sipping on over there?
Hey, just like Uncle Frank over there said, OG Tory, I'm slipping on that Georgia peach because I love my Georgia peaches, so I got
Hey,
that
see,
peach
see
brown.
that what I'm talking about, bro.
Got
That's
that
exactly.
peach.
Hey, man, that's
Exactly.
exactly what I'm
Look,
talking about.
if the topic get
Hey,
too hot tonight, I might take it to the head. You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
take. Okay,
Hey,
I
man.
ain't mad. Hey, look now, don't forget you gotta get up and go to work tomorrow. Now, don't be doing it too much now.
Mhm.
Shoot. We on to OG, but I don't think we retired yet. Not quite yet. Not quite yet.
No, not yet.
Not quite yet.
Working on it. Working
Hey,
on it.
But
oh,
like just
we
like I
all work.
say, I got to put a little chasing. There ain't nothing wrong with chasing the women every now and then.
Hey,
No, it ain't.
he's speaking for himself.
Right.
Again, the views of Triple OG Tory are not necessarily the views of the other unks and OGs, right?
Exactly.
Hey, we got people to sleep besides tonight, bro. Hey, we ain't trying to blow up nobody's spot. That's a Triple OG Tory. Not for us. All right, fellas. So before we get into our topic real quick, you know, we're gonna take a poll, but I think amongst us, we probably already decide that Unc Frank is probably the fashionista, the fashion guy who keeps up with the fashion most things. So I ain't ashamed to say it. Unc Frank is the fashion the guy. Do y'all agree or disagree? Anybody think they out dress Unc Frank?
No, no, that's spot on. That's spot on.
Yeah, I give him that.
You'll give him that.
I give
I don't
him
know,
that.
cause Tori's
He
still
on top of
wearing
the fashion
tie.
world.
Yeah, OG Tori's still wearing them Baby Gap outfits, so I know Tori ain't got nothing to say.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Wait a minute. Just we can save it for another day. We'll save it for later
We'll
on.
say for
We'll
another
get
day.
we'll save it another day.
Right,
We'll
right.
save it for another day. But But for right now, I give it to Frank. You know what I'm saying? Frank
Okay,
set the trend for all of us. You
okay,
know,
so
we
we'll say the friend. And I'm a close second. I just don't, I ain't got the money like Frank to spend on clothes, but I think I'm a close second. But we'll go over there. So I'm saying that to say, the Met Gala, I guess, happened yesterday or the day before, and they got all these kind of fashion type things out there. So we finna just see, how out of touch, the unks and OGs are with this whole fashion thing now. It went when we were younger, it was the baggy thing, right? So we go baggy. We went baggy, and then them youngins came in. I guess it was in the early 2000s, or whenever they did, they started doing the tights. Then they
Yeah,
started doing
late.
the sagging, right? So that ain't necessarily a thing for us unks and OGs. So we're gonna have to let them have that one. So can you guys see the stream? Just make sure you can you see the post here?
Yeah, I see it.
All right.
Mhm.
So and we'll start off with the Super Bowl champion, your boy Jalen Hurts, and
You
his
know what?
I guess his fiance.
I
So
Right.
really,
I think this is a classic look. So I think he gave
Yeah.
homage to the OGs and unks. So Frank, what are your thoughts on this outfit right here?
you know what, man? I was really impressed with the athletes this time. I really
Okay.
didn't see nothing that was outlandish
Uh
from
huh.
my standpoint. I was really, you know, we're gonna stick to one slide at a time, but I got one
Uh
that I
huh.
really want to talk about. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I was really impressed with the athletes. I really were all the athletes.
Okay. Okay. So I think this is a classic look.
Yeah,
He threw on what you call that, the beanie hat, or what you call that
yeah,
hat?
yeah.
The
I was
Kango.
really, yeah, I was really impressed with it. They
Yes,
did
I
the
can rock
athlete.
that.
Yeah, the athletes did an amazing job, man. They looked real nice in their black.
Okay, I can rock that. OG Tori, what you think? You can rock that?
um, I, yeah, I would have rocked. I would have rocked. I would have rocked. It's pretty nice. It's pretty,
You,
yeah, I
you
rock
ain't
it.
got
It's
no,
pretty good. It's pretty good. No comment on that right there. I'm
no cover. All right,
no,
let's
no,
go with this
not
one.
on that right there.
Let's go with this one. Now this right here, know, Tori. This look like something you wear, Tori. Let's see what y'all thoughts on this. We'll start with Tori, and then circle our way around. And that's your
Hmm.
boy, um, the Vikings. I'm forgetting his name at the minute, but y'all know who that is.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
personally, I don't really see nothing wrong with it. It's a little loose. It's back to the OGs. The young guys now always want to wear their stuff that's tight. You get where I'm coming from? By it being a
oh,
little
okay.
loose, I'm actually okay with it being loose.
All
At least he can squat without splitting his pants. That's my thoughts of it.
So all three of these, you will rock all three of these.
Hold on, I'm trying to pull that picture up myself. So come back to me and I can elaborate more on
Okay.
it.
All right, Lewis, what you see? Can y'all see the picture? Lewis,
Yeah.
what your
Yeah.
thoughts on this?
Yeah. I see the picture. The first gentleman. Um, I like the black on black. The receiver in the middle. I couldn't see myself wearing it, but for the particular night, it's not too much. It's just right. Um, and the guy on the end, it's again for the particular night. It's nice. I wouldn't rock the big boat, but it's real classic also.
Okay, Vince. What do you think, OG Vince?
Yeah, see, I like the zoo suit. That's
That's what
classic,
it is.
old
That would
school.
remind you of the Zoot suit. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that reminds me of the zoo suit. Like the in the middle. I like it. I wouldn't wear it. I mean, it's not my style. Um, to the far right is classic. The bow tie kind of threw me.
Right,
Oh, okay.
right.
Okay. All right, and then Unc Frank,
The
what
bow
you doing?
tie, the bow tie look old world European.
Mhm.
Um, it's okay. The guy to the left, you know what I'm saying? He look how he look. The guy in the middle with the gray ensemble, I
And that's
really
Justin
like that.
Jefferson. And that's
Yeah,
Justin
see,
Jefferson.
I really, really, really like that. And I guess the attire is black, just all black and white.
Well, not
But
necessarily. They got different
but
colors, but I guess is this Under Armour? That look like an Under Armour symbol right there. I just curious.
It
yeah,
does.
but I really wish the Justin Jefferson
Hmm.
had threw a splash of red in there or something to make his ensemble pop out a little bit more because it looks good on him. And this is the thing about me, gentlemen, that I don't really have a problem with. I like classic cuts where they are tapered and tailored to your physique.
Hmm.
With the football players, I really thought that they were show off their physique a little bit more with a classic cut that's tailored. But
Right.
other than that, the colors are amazing.
All right. Did you, OG Tour? You got anything left to say?
Not too much. I'm not
Yeah.
feeling it at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
It's,
man,
it,
I
it,
yeah. Go ahead. No,
no,
not. It's a no.
like it's a no. It's a no on it. It's more old style. I'm not really feeling the white bow tie. I guess that's what that is. It's kind
Yeah.
of an old. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that. But no, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just gonna say all the way out, bro. It's too much fabric for me. I'm a classic cut type of guy. I don't need no train. You know what I'm saying? This reminds me
Yeah.
of the jackets we used to wear back in the '90s when we were the what were them Jodeci jackets like we used to wear. So I guess
Mhm.
this is like he got a suit jacket and then he got like I don't know what this extra fabric is. Is it like a trench coat type thing he got going on too, just off the shoulders? I mean, I
Mhm.
like the pattern, and I'm pretty sure the fabric cool. Uh, and then I guess these round toe shoes that the new are back again. So this
It
definitely the black and white one look like the Zoot suit, like you were
yeah,
saying. So I
it
get it.
looked like something Mars Day would wear back in the day.
Oh
Like a
Yeah,
yeah,
Mars Day suit.
exactly. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
you're
Tory
right.
Prince,
Yeah.
Your boy Prince will wear this right here, this bow tie.
Mm.
No,
Like
you
you
ain't
say,
feel.
it's more of a old. It give you more of an '80s feel. Like you said,
Yeah.
Mars Day, the Prince thing. It's
Yeah,
more
yeah,
'80s. It's paying homage to the '80s. We all
yeah,
grew up in '80s, so
yeah,
I can kind of give a little prestige to it. You're right. Since you said
yeah,
that point, Frank, it does kind of look like kind of '80s.
Mhm.
yeah.
But you
I
know
don't know.
what? That
Mhm.
old world tie, I just noticed that he got a chain hooked up to
Yeah,
it.
this chain right
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
see
like the
that
chain.
I didn't see that initially,
Yeah.
so that has really that
Uh-huh.
woke it up for me. That woke it
It
up for me.
did.
Okay,
It
okay.
did.
yeah. That's what
Hmm.
kind of make his outfit pop a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. See
I
that?
like the
Correct.
chain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what. Okay.
Okay, well, hey, it look like Uncle G might rock it. All right, so go and get your fabric designer ready. And then your boy Joe Burrow look at him. Joe Burrow say,
You
I ain't
know what?
spending no money.
See,
Go ahead.
listen, man. I don't mean to hijack this, but this is where stuff start getting murky for me.
Hmm.
He got this Miami Vice vibe on. Um,
Yeah, double
Don
breast,
Johnson feel to it. I don't have a problem with it, but I just don't like how.
baggy.
I don't know. No, 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 no. I'm gonna save that opinion of mine for another situation because I
Okay.
don't like when someone else does something that our culture has did historically.
Oh, gotcha,
They
gotcha,
make it seem like they invented it, like with the
gotcha.
fade and the little shades.
Yeah,
That's and that has rubbed me the wrong way because our culture
gotcha,
rarely we we set the trends, but we rarely get the praise or the accolades for it. So
gotcha,
it ain't that his suit is a no for me. It's just he is a no for me.
gotcha. I understand. All right, anybody else got to comment on cool Joe Burrow?
But here's my problem with it.
Hmm.
I'm okay with it. Had he put a tie on it, I'm not digging the necklace. Had he put a tie with it, I'm all right. But I never really
Okay.
been a fan of wearing the suit with the
Ain't
sneakers.
this Yeah, me neither.
I
I don't.
never been a
I ain't
fan of
never.
that.
Yeah.
It kills the whole thing. But had he put a tie with it, yeah, he probably could have passed it off. I'm not digging the open shirt with the necklace. No,
Oh yeah,
it's a
I
thumbs
don't
down
like
for
the
me.
yeah. Like you said, the bagginess in that coat. I'm sure they could have tailored it better. And maybe that's just the way he's wearing it. But typically with double breasted like that, I know he got his hand in his pocket, but it don't seem as tailored as you would think that it
Yeah,
would be. That's just my opinion.
it's,
Yeah.
it looks like it's overly sized on purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
yeah,
yeah,
I
but
don't
I
like it.
don't know. Okay,
I don't
all
like the
right,
look.
all right, let's see here. And here you go, boy. What Russell,
See,
boy Russell.
see
Now
that?
I can rock with this. This is a classic
Yeah,
look.
That's me all
yeah,
day, every day.
Look
yeah.
at this.
See, I'm feeling it. His later look
Classic.
amazing too. Yeah,
Uh huh.
Yeah.
yeah. I told the athletes did an amazing job, man. I really like that.
Then he got the cane, bro. This remind me of my senior prom, bro. Y'all don't remember that cane that I had on my senior prom?
Only
I
you
think,
remember it, but I don't remember it.
hey, I think me and Jermaine was the only one had the canes, bro. Cause everybody can't pull off that look with that cane.
That
Yeah.
memory probably it seems kind of one sided to me. But
Hey,
go ahead.
don't make me pull out my pictures. Don't make me pull out my pictures, Tori. Like I said, I don't know if you had that Oshkosh suit from back in the day, but I had that MJ, the Michael Jordan collection. Michael Jordan
Oh
had a tuxedo
wow.
collection. If I gotta drop names, y'all don't remember that MJ collection?
No, I don't.
No.
I don't
Nah.
remember that.
Remember
I
prom
remember.
was what 92? We showing our
Yeah.
age 92.
Hold on. Where do we get most of our prom stuff from? Everybody got it. Either two places you can get it from. It was the same place. It started with a G, right?
Yeah, it
What did
wasn't them.
everybody
It
read
was
it?
tuxedo rental place. Those tuxedo rental places they used to have. I know it was
Hey,
at Greenbrier Mall. That's all I
yeah,
remember.
that's the one. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So everybody's on board with this one, right? So I mean,
Yeah,
like I
Oh
said,
yeah.
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
bro,
Yeah, yeah.
I could rock this. I look better than Russell did in this one, bro. But I like
yeah.
the
He does amazing.
overstating this. Yeah, bro, because you got. I think it's like look at the pattern on there right there in the lapel. Y'all see kind of like the tiger or the satin,
Yeah.
the tiger stripes. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
that's
Yep.
nice, bro.
That's
With the
classic.
overcoat
I
with the
see it.
little pin right there, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
we
it,
know
Love
his
it.
wife
I
dressing,
say
but go
that's
ahead.
me all day, every day.
I don't see
I
his
love
wife
that
dressing.
classic look. I love
Hey,
that classic look.
Yeah.
hey, you can't go
Mhm.
wrong with the classic look, bro.
And he got 39 million reasons to be dressing good too.
Hey, I ain't
Mhm.
mad at him. I ain't even mad at him. Let's see what we got here. And your boy Saquon. This something like you wear, Tori, bro. This remind me of you, Tori. Bro, look at this. What's this, bro? Why Saquon?
Hold on, what's wrong with Saquon outfit, man?
Right.
It's typical.
Look at this. Look at the ankles,
It-
bro.
Hold on, Saquon.
Them
Come on
capris.
now,
Come on,
don't
bro.
it's not is it tapered? What is that supposed to be? Like
I
I'm
don't know.
confused.
They
It's not
below. They
tapered.
don't even. Yeah, they don't even rest on the top of his shoes. They
It's
did it
that.
on purpose, bro.
Yeah, yeah. That's on purpose. That's a high,
Yeah, he
Yeah,
looked
high
like
water look.
now he definitely looked like he going to his senior prom.
yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean, but most of them young men,
I mean, it works for him because he's short. You know, that look doesn't look appealing on a tall guy, 6 feet and up. You know,
hold
so
up. But what's
it
wrong
works
with it?
for him.
A lot of them young men, well, everybody wear the in the water pants nowadays.
The
I
top,
mean,
It
that's
don't
the
look
no,
style.
good.
no,
I
no,
wouldn't. I
no.
don't
It
wear it.
not.
I
It's
put,
not.
hold on. I can
It's
show you
yeah.
every
If you're gonna
prom.
wear them like that, if you're gonna wear them like that at the bottom, your
Yeah,
pants should be tapered and sit right on top of the shoe.
No, but I'm still saying, y'all, a lot of them young prom pictures, they're wearing where they showing their ankles.
yeah, yeah. They
I
are. They are.
mean,
I agree with.
hold
I
up.
It's
agree with
Every
you,
not
Thor.
prom picture.
showing the ankle. It's the paint. It's the cut. It's like it's not. It's not tapered. It's too wide.
Yeah,
You see
yeah.
this?
Like I said, I really feel like the football players sort of accentuated their physique more
hmm
with their dress, even at least with their upper body.
yeah.
Well, I
So
say that too because I'm more into the European cut suit now. That's
Hmm.
Uncle Louis, you
yeah.
wear these?
No, sir.
Look,
No, sir. No, sir. I'm too
Oh
tall for
yeah,
that,
Uncle
bro.
Lewis.
Louis
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
tallest,
exactly.
so
Lewis, you are too tall.
these gonna
No,
be hitting on the
sir.
top of your calf, bro.
Right.
Hold up,
No, sir.
hold up. Michael Jackson was 6 feet, and he showed his ankle. So what's the problem?
Bro, that's Michael
Nah,
Jackson,
bro,
bro. He
that
was
ain't
he
Michael
he was
Jackson.
entertaining. I'm not an entertainer. I'm not gonna wear that anywhere.
So you don't think Saquon is an entertainer? You think
Saquon is a football player. I
you?
said it works for him because he's short.
Why I got to?
It
Why
won't
he got to be short though? Why I got to be the short thing?
because I'm not
What just
saying
happened?
tall guys don't rock it. I know tall guys rock it too, but it doesn't look right on tall guys, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This a no for me, but I don't know. Y'all can
It
have
depends. I don't like the jacket at the
yeah, the
top is
jacket.
not bad.
Yeah.
I just the pants.
Okay.
I
All right,
don't
and
care for the
let's
pants.
gotta get our brother. I think this is
Oh,
Diggs,
No,
right?
yeah, that's a
that's
no
That's
for
who?
on
me.
Diggs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
See
on
now,
Diggs.
I absolutely loved it. I
The shoes too.
absolutely loved it. I love it.
Hey, Uncle Frank, go ahead, break it down for us, Uncle Frank.
See, this what I'm talking about, man. You see how clean his lines are, and what I mean by that, it don't only thing that's look like the cape. That's the only thing look like it's giving it some flair. And you remember I told you the other day, I mean a few minutes ago about that red. You need a
Mm-hmm.
pop, something that makes everything pop. And those shoes definitely do that. The brown and the neutral color in that cape, like no one looks like him. So as soon,
Zoom in on them shoes.
yeah, they red.
Hmm.
Yeah,
With the
yeah, I
heels.
like it.
So heels are in
It's
for
a
men, I
heel.
guess, huh?
It's a
Yeah, yeah.
heel.
Okay, but this what y'all,
Yeah,
this what y'all,
that's a boot. That's a boot cut
yeah,
shoe.
that's
That's a
just a
boot.
boot.
Okay.
So
Okay.
all boots got heels on it. So a lot of time
Correct.
we misunderstand when we see a heel on the shoe. But if you look at any kind of boot from a man's standpoint, they got heels on it. So
Hmm.
that's what I was saying. Like, I think that's my best look that we've seen so far.
Okay. It looks good on you, Uncle Frank.
Okay, and the next thing, look at how his jacket fits shoulder to shoulder. That's what I was saying about athletes. I think that
okay.
they should have focused more on their physique in the outfit, and I think he did an excellent job. Whoever his stylist is, yeah, I love everything about that.
Well, see, in this picture, we can't tell is like this are actually pants or is it like a whole one piece skirt?
Now I think that you talking about
You
Yeah.
think that's a
the
These are
gold
jumpsuit?
yeah,
the
they
gold
like these
piece.
yeah, like are these wide leg pants or is it like I can't tell from this picture. Is it wide leg pants or this is like a long skirt like thing?
Yeah, I really can't. I see what you're asking. Yeah, but I can't tell.
Okay.
Yeah, I
It
can't
looked
tell
like
what a
it could
jacket
be
separate.
pants with
Yeah,
a like a cape like tail in the back, or I can't
Yeah.
tell if I
Okay.
can't tell.
I'm
See,
sure it's separate though.
I didn't like the red boots. I can't understand the red boots. I get it. It's supposed to be a standout, and maybe y'all could explain it to me more. Is he trying to
what?
just say, "Hey, look at my feet," or
No,
maybe
no,
those
no.
boots are, or maybe those boots are like or were they like fashion? Like are they like Cartiers or something?
I don't know.
It just
It's missing something. For me, I think I could go with the red if you brought the red up somewhere else to coordinate it. That's what's throwing me off.
exactly.
It's just if
Yeah,
you had red somewhere else to
that's a
bring it
like
in.
that's a bold statement because it's
Yeah,
clashing,
yeah,
but it's kind of complimenting. But yeah,
yeah.
He, he need a
I
red
wouldn't
pen.
do that.
He need a
Yeah, I
red
like it.
pen on top.
It
Now
had
see
put like
this.
a red tie on or something, or had a red hat on or something.
Red hat, yeah, probably that'll
See,
do it.
this is what y'all missing. Vontura, I wouldn't think that would come from you because you're a professional photographer. You know, it's like a accent piece. Even when you go in most homes, they got
Hmm.
accent walls. Everything don't have to work together. Just something to accent it. And I think that pulled it all together because if it was just all black, if he just had on all black and brown and tan, those are really, really boring colors. But when he threw that red in there, it made it more vibrant. So even if he had a hat on, the red hat would throw it off. It would still need to be a black hat to keep that ensemble crisp. But when he
Okay.
added those red shoes, it really set it off.
Yeah.
I
So
absolutely
I
love
beg
it.
to differ. If I put a hat on, it would have been red. It would have had to
Now,
Frank,
something would have to play off those shoes.
mm-mm.
Frank, you made a good
Um,
point with Tory that and that pink wall with his accent wall. You make a good point. There you go. Explain to
I
the
get the
people
outfit
watching
and I
that
get the
shit,
shoes.
the pink wall.
That's just really like a matter of style and taste. And
Mhm.
I get it. I get the outfit.
Okay.
It's not me,
All right. So
but
OG Triple
I do
Tory.
understand. I
OG
do
Triple
understand.
Tour, explain to us the pink wall. So, as Frank said,
Hold on. Before you explain, you got to
okay,
do a disclosure.
disclosure. The views and
Hey,
the comments of Triple OG Tour.
you gotta be careful of the murky water you stepping into.
I'm trying to
Right.
tell you. That's what I'm saying.
You about to light this fire, so you want me to go? You about to?
No.
Come on
So,
now.
Never
so
mind.
you
We'll
want
move
me?
on. We'll move on. We'll move on.
You
We'll
better
move
move
on.
on. You gonna get it
We'll
started.
move on. We'll move on. All right, here you go, your boy Simone Biles and her husband. All right, what are we thinking about this look right here?
They should have.
Hey.
They should have stayed at home.
Oh
Come
wow.
on,
God
wow,
Oh
damn!
wow.
wow.
Wow!
Wow.
No.
Wow! Dang, Frank.
You ain't Frank. You ain't feeling it. Okay, tell me, Frank. Frank, what's wrong with it?
They look like they going to the 8th grade prom.
Okay,
Mm,
okay. They didn't
mm.
coordinate. Yeah, they should have took from the bag of now to compliment each other like Russell and Sierra. They don't look like they together, so I will give him
Mm-mm.
that. I don't know if he tried to throw this brooch on or whatever to
But
coordinate
hold
with
on,
the wifey.
in there he got a pink. What's that brooch on? Is it blue?
Yeah, it's like blue, I guess. I don't know, but it
He
don't.
got
They
Zoom
don't
a
in
seem
on it a little
together.
bit. Zoom
he
in.
got a fur. He got a little fur piece on him.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
No,
yeah.
I don't
He's
like
not
that.
complimenting her, and in my opinion,
Mm.
he trying to be the center of attention. And when you with a woman, especially a woman like this,
Yeah,
she's supposed to be always be the center of attention, and you supposed to be an
yeah. You
accessory.
play off of her dress.
Yeah,
Yep,
you play
there
off
you
of
go.
her. So that's just my opinion. But yeah,
I'm
But
gonna
I
get him.
agree.
but
I'm gonna get him a pass because Saturday it was at the Kentucky Derby. I think she did something also. I'm gonna give him a little pass because they had to do back-to-back events. So
Yeah,
it's yeah that dress. Well, I don't like her
yeah,
dress at all, bro.
yeah. We ain't
At
gonna
all.
speak on her. We gonna get him. All right. So this is a no.
No,
Okay.
no, 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 no. I'm actually okay with it because he had the brooch. He had the
Uh,
had the blue brooch
Now
on.
his
Now,
outfit is not bad. I would have
no,
put her in something different. Um,
Yeah, her outfit is throwing him off.
accent her more. Accent her more because yeah, she's
nah,
yeah.
man, you
Y'all,
ain't supposed to be. Yeah, you ain't supposed to be trying to outshine your woman, bro. But
Right.
yeah.
no, no. But hold on. But maybe if he had some blue suede shoes, that would even threw it off a little
nah,
bit more.
nah, nah, nah. I like
No,
I said,
the
the
dress
cut is
don't do it
fine with
justice.
me, but yeah, it's just like this white on white. Yeah, I like the fur. Like this little white fur could have been an accent or something else, but he needs to throw some other color or something in there. Now, if he had, say, maybe had a blue vest or something underneath to correspond to her, you know what I mean? To throw a little pop of color, more color in there in the middle,
Mm.
I think that might have
no.
rocked it.
That see, that definitely a no because it look like they going to the prom. Yeah, that's definitely a no, man. You know, the Met Gala about a fashion statement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
Like
is.
yeah,
that,
It
yeah,
is.
that right there, that ain't getting it.
That ain't it. All
yeah,
right. Let's
yeah.
move on. Let's move on. But shout out to Simone Biles ever in the Olympics.
Oh
Gorgeous,
yeah,
beautiful young lady.
All right. Now I don't know
yes
who this
sir.
brother is, but
Yeah, you can keep going, bro.
Yeah, he look. Yeah, he look. He only thing he missing is a ski mask. Like he finna take something.
Right,
You can keep on
right.
going with him.
Yeah, pass.
uh, yeah. I don't know what this brother doing, but all right. Shout out. Like I ain't mad at the locks and the free forms, but I don't know, but the
No, that's a
tones and everything. Yeah. All right.
no.
Let's see what else we got left. Okay, that's it right there. All right.
Okay. Okay, but
Oh.
this the one that I was talking about that you didn't.
Hmm.
I don't see how you guys didn't miss it. Did you
Okay,
guys
which
happen
one?
to see Andre 3000?
Yes
Oh yeah,
sir.
I
Yeah,
got
Oh
that one.
yeah,
I
3 stacks. Let me
yeah.
pull it up then. I saw that
yeah.
one. Let me pull up 3 stacks real quick.
He
Uh,
made a statement, man.
Yeah,
okay,
It's
I
nah,
saw
ridiculous.
that.
It's ridiculous, man.
yeah, that, yeah, like
He,
I can
Let me
understand.
pull up three
what
stacks.
kind of
He had
statement?
the piano book pack, the piano
Yeah,
backpack.
Yeah,
ridiculous,
Yeah.
man.
he made
Let
a
me pull up.
statement, man.
Let me pull up 3 stacks real quick.
Come on, that's outcast.
So
Yeah,
so just because your group outcast don't mean you have to be an outcast.
What
Hey
I,
man,
three stacks?
he's been an
Hold on.
outcast all his life.
I know Three Stacks dressed different. He has always dressed different. But this the thing. Is the Met Gala? See, I'm not 100% familiar. I'm just familiar with the walkthrough.
Mm-hmm.
So
100%.
everybody goes on the inside, and someone there's a keynote speaker, right?
I believe so. I don't even
So
know.
it, so
I
is he
can't even.
prepared? So is he prepared to stand up all night with that shit on his back like
No,
this?
no,
Oh
no, no, no,
no,
no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no, no.
no.
A
They're
lot
just
of that
walking
stuff,
in.
yeah, a lot of that stuff they come in with at the beginning.
Yeah,
They take that other stuff off once they go inside.
yeah. It's just
They
for the
don't.
walkthrough and the
It's the
photos. That's
entrance.
it.
Yeah, it's the entrance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Once they go inside, a lot of that stuff comes off.
Mm. Yeah, I wasn't
Hmm.
feeling it.
Okay,
Yeah,
let
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
And Lewis, and why are you defending him? I don't think he can play the piano.
What?
I
All
don't
right.
know.
So,
I
You,
don't
This
know
is
what
this.
he play.
you have to Google that, sir.
I don't know
all
what
right.
he
Let me
play,
pull up this 3 stat.
but that was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah. He
I
he
like it.
plays the piano.
I like it.
I know he played the flute.
All right. Let me pull up 3 stacks. I'm finished show three. I meant to send. I sent that to the group, but I meant to send it here. So let me show 3 stacks. Y'all gonna explain this to me because I took it as maybe he's saying he's got music on his back or he can y'all see it?
Yeah, I see
Yeah.
it.
All right, so
Now,
let's
do you see he got the red hat on? You see how that red is bringing everything
Hmm.
together? So that's
Yep.
what I'm saying. Like you need an accent to every outfit, and the accent plays off well, even with the
Okay.
black piano. The accent
Okay.
plays off well. My problem is
okay. Explain
I don't,
the piano. Yeah.
I don't shit. And then how strong the piano is. You see, it ain't flimsy. So it ain't
Mhm.
made out of book bag material or nothing like that. Because it's standing shiny. So it's staying true to form. I just don't feel like I would want to walk around with something weigh 50 pounds on my back.
Yeah, I
Hello,
like.
hello. Lewis like it. So Lewis, explain
It
why
put
you
me in the
why.
mind of.
I
Did
I
y'all
can't
see
explain why again. I'm telling you I like it
when I
because
forgot
go ahead, Vince.
what it was when Will Smith's son had the
Oh, the
castle on his
house.
head.
Yeah, the council on
Yeah,
the
the
head.
house of castle or whatever. Yeah,
But what did it mean? What did it stand for?
I still don't know to
Okay.
this day.
Okay.
You see, when we talk about fashion statement, remember Pharrell a while back, he came out with the big old Dudley do right hat. See, that was
Yeah.
that was a standpoint. He's like, all right, it's cool, oversized hat. Wearing a
Mhm.
piano? Okay, come on, man. And,
Well,
and when
this
you
is
think
the
of,
message. This is the
but
message, though. It's something to do with music. So he's sending a message about music. I just don't know what it is.
He
but
don't even
that's
do music no more though.
Yes, you
exactly.
He
He's
do.
not even.
does.
He
Yes, he
does, but
does.
he's not. But hold on, but he's not even known as a piano player. He played that flute, and that album was horrible, y'all.
No, he does play a lot of instruments. I mean, he does a lot of stuff just off to the side. It ain't recorded. It ain't. He just might do. You
Right.
might see him live like
Yeah.
in the downtown area doing some stuff.
But I
Oh,
get
okay.
He
it,
do
y'all.
some
But if
strange,
he,
Uh-huh.
different type stuff.
I get it. But if he would have died today, y'all, are we gonna say, oh man, we remember Andre 3000 for the piano, him playing the flute? That
No,
album was
it's still gonna be
horrible.
Outcast. Yeah, it's still gonna be Outcast that his that
Uh,
he became familiar with. But he's always been
uh,
out there. But go
Yeah,
ahead. What
but
you gonna say?
I
Hold on, now
remember
his first solo album was.
no,
you
he
talking
What?
about
talking
that
about
flute?
he
You
he
didn't
talking
like
about
his
the
first
flute.
solo album?
No, Vontora talking about the flute album,
Flute.
Vincent. He's not talking
Yeah,
about
he
when
talking
he
about. But
rapping.
I'm just saying. He said what he
Love
would be
Below.
remembered.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
what
Yeah,
Love
he
I'm
he
just
Below
talking
was
about
saying.
him
talking.
being
beautiful.
remembered.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
With him to wear something like this, I can see if you a piano. I can see my beloved Prince walking there with a piano on it, or,
Exactly.
or
Exactly.
Elton John. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He is
And,
not known for nothing with no piano. I mean,
but
Hold on a second, bro.
musically. What? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I gotta revisit what your who? You call Prince your beloved?
I'm just
No
saying.
did it, bro. But I'm just saying, bro. Did you say Prince is
It
your
would take
beloved?
his ass to bring up some stuff. We talking about Andre
I'm just
3000. Get
saying,
off
bro. I
the
heard you
look.
right, bro. I'm
Hold on,
just
hold
trying
on,
to
hold on,
make
hold on. Get off the subject. You trying to go beyond the subject. you,
I was just trying to
you
make sure.
swaying off. You swaying off. You swaying
yeah.
off. It has nothing
Yeah.
to do with what we talking about. We were talking
Yeah.
about Andre 3000.
Yeah.
So,
You right.
so
You
Okay.
Tori,
pause.
you right. You don't pay them no attention, bro. You spot on. Because for me, Andre said he stopped rapping because he had
And left
um
the thing, right?
yeah, he was awkward in society. What they call
Okay.
society? What? Damn, I can't remember what he said, but he wasn't good on the public. He had social anxiety. That's what it
Okay.
was.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said he had social anxiety real bad, so he couldn't hardly perform in front of crowds anymore. And to walk in there with a piano on your back, that made me reevaluate the anxiety he said he got. Cause I'm
Oh.
just,
Yeah, 'cause that,
I,
that make you look at it. I'm with you, Frank. They make you look at them even more. Look at me, y'all.
yeah,
Look at
yeah,
me.
that's a look at me statement. That ain't a shy away from me statement.
Okay. All right.
But
Well.
there's enough of that. But one more, Paulos, I promise you.
Okay. Which one?
The one that did it for me for the whole entire night
Mm-hmm.
was, and I'm not a fan of hers, but I am Tiana Taylor.
Okay.
Oh
The
Let me
yeah.
find
colors
her.
that she had on were
Oh yeah.
Let,
amazing.
okay. Let me
Yes,
find
sir.
her. Let me
Yeah,
find
Yeah.
Tiana Taylor. Okay.
yeah,
Tiana Taylor
yeah,
and that other young lady that had that red, black, and white on. I forgot the young lady name. She in the music business also.
yeah.
Oh
But
See,
yeah,
I
let me
yeah,
didn't.
find here.
You see, that
yeah.
goes again. I'm looking at the Tiana Taylor, y'all. I'm looking at it now, but
Tiana was on point.
Yeah,
She won it for me.
yeah. She
Besides
won
Okay.
it
Diana
for
Let
me
me.
too.
Ross, Diana Ross, she made an entrance also.
Mhm.
OG Diana Ross.
Yeah, yeah. That Tiana Taylor. Yeah, she won the night for
Let
me.
me see.
Yeah.
Met Gala images. Let's see. Met Gala.
now she had on a zoot suit, y'all.
Who
Okay.
Tiana?
Let's see. All right. Let me see here. Let's see here. Where's she at? I'm gonna pull it up.
When you talk about Tiana, you talking about what you call it,
Oh,
ex-wife,
okay.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lamar
I'm up.
Shepherd.
Yeah.
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 All right. So I'm gonna share this. And it'll be the last one. Tiana Taylor, Met Gala.
Yeah.
Oh,
See that right there, man.
so this one right
She
here.
yeah, that she looked amazing with that on. And it was a little
Oh
bit,
yeah.
it caught your attention
I
immediately.
missed that, but I like that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna show.
it
Let me
caught
show the other one.
I like
yeah,
the
it
color.
caught yeah, it caught your attention immediately. And then what I like about it, man, it played off her skin.
Man, you were reading my mind, Uncle Frank.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing played off that skin so strong,
You were
man.
reading my mind. Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the
See,
red with the black and the okay.
yeah. Even the headpiece she had on.
Okay.
Hmm.
See, I
Like
like how
all
y'all
the
saying it, but maybe it's just me. I'm getting vampire looks. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. I'm getting the vampire
see that right there.
Transylvania.
See that
Right
right
there.
there. That look right there, man. Yeah, she can get it right there.
Okay, okay, all right. So that's the other Taylor. All right, all right.
Mhm.
So let me go. Let me stop sharing. All right. Anything else left to say about fashion before we move on to our topic, brother?
I'm gonna say one more thing. We need to discuss Rihanna
Okay.
with ASAP Rocky.
That ain't
Uh,
what they got
that-
to do
I-
with. Well, okay.
no,
What do you mean
I'm
discuss
talking about what
what?
they had on. Y'all was saying when y'all was talking about
Oh,
couples. Look at what they had on. Would you call that Mitch Matt?
let me see. Okay, let me pull them up real quick. So
So I
Rihanna.
remember Rihanna. I don't even remember seeing ASAP Rocky.
Yeah, I
Me
don't
either.
either.
Let's see. Met Gala 2025. Let me see a picture of them together. I know she showed her little baby bump. I don't know if they really
Hmm.
they
They got
got
one
one
two
picture.
together.
All right, so let me share this with y'all. Um, yeah, it ain't bad.
And the reason I brought that up, 'cause we was talking about how couples were together, and we said that they didn't match. I just want y'all to see what they had on.
Okay, right here.
No, that's
So I
the
mean they coordinated. Okay.
no. That's not it. That's
That's
the
an
This
old
old
is
one.
picture.
That's the old
oh
picture.
this the old one? No,
Is
this
Yeah.
that
say Met Gala
2025?
2025. Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, this
That
one right
can't
here,
be it,
Tori.
y'all.
This is
Look this
it.
right there.
That's what they showed her in because they were talking about. Yeah,
Cause he
she
got this
expected
pistol.
with a
They were
third
talking about him
kid.
got this pistol cane and he just got off a gun charge. She pregnant. This is the one for
Yeah, but they
2025.
were talking about.
That's
Yeah,
not the one right
she
there.
revealed.
Right here. Do you
Hmm.
not see this one right here? Hold on. Let me see what y'all looking at.
You must be talking about
Yeah, that's what
Russell.
I saw.
No,
This is
that
it right here.
I ain't
the one
feeling. I ain't feeling it regardless of what. I
Right
ain't
here.
feeling it.
maybe that's an old picture I'm looking at
Met
of what
Gala.
he got on. Okay, maybe that's it. Man. Okay, I'm looking
Yeah,
at another together with him.
okay, yeah, because they making a comment about him having a cane pistol just getting off on a gun charge.
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the wrong picture. They must have another picture of him. Okay,
Yeah, it
this
must
must
have been
be in
another
something else. Then
day. All right.
yeah.
So let's start. All right. Yeah. All right. So let's get out of there.
All right, fellas. I really appreciated us discussing this this fashion week, but it's time for us to get to the meat and potatoes of what we here for today, gentlemen. Let's get to it.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna play this video. Recently, your boy some people call him Goat James. Somebody call him LeBronny Daddy. Other people know him as LeBron. But you know, he got bounced out of the playoffs 4-1. What they call that, a gentleman's sweep. And because of that, you know, and I guess in the last 4 years or 5 years, he's been bounced out of the playoffs and hadn't really scratched another chip since 2020, that bubble one. So they've been talking about his legacy. So can you guys hear this?
Yeah.
LeBron's legacy with the Lakers. LeBron's legacy? From what, the age, 34 to 39 now? 33 to 39? 6 seasons. Got a championship 6 seasons. Shit, what more can you ask for? Yeah. Did not make the playoffs in the previous 5 seasons, didn't make it in LeBron's first season. Championship, Western Finals appearance. I know haters don't hate. Yeah, they will, King. I know.
Sorry about that.
I know, you know, they judge Nuggets fans, former Nuggets players. They're gonna judge a 39-year-old man, and none of their favorites even got to that age to even play like this. You know what I mean, that's just anybody. Anybody they compare him to at 36, 7, 8, 9, no great has even been here to even compare LeBron to. You're gonna compare a 39-year-old to someone who was 31, 32, and 30. Well, why? Right, which is not fair. Like, he got here. If you're gonna tell him to stop him at when he was in last year in Cleveland. Okay, Judge, stop it right there, and then go from there in everybody's career. How you get here? Got here where? How you get to his greatness? Where out of the 39? How you get to 39? And hard. I thought it was because you spend $1 million a year on your body. Part of it, yeah. So why we ain't got the blueprint yet? Why ain't they came out with the whole, hey, look, young fella, this is how you do it. KD is doing it. I'm asking. It ain't on the internet. Everything else on the internet. Give me the blueprint of 1, 2, 3. Go by this hyperbaric chamber. Go get this massage therapist. Go get these things to help your legs and your knees. Hey, young fella, you want to last in this motherfucking league 24, 26, 20, 35 years? Do it like this. Why can't we figure out what you doing? KD? Because listen, you know why? KD?
Okay, I'll stop it right there. And we may listen to some more later. But hey, shout out to Gil's Arena. So they're talking about, you know, LeBron's legacy, and we can talk about it on the court first, and then we'll transition that into the real world, real life situation. I'm gonna go with Unc Luke because I know he's a big Bron fan, and Bron is on his top of his Mount Rushmore of players.
I thought Kobe was on Lewis Mount Rushmore.
No, that's why I'm saying that.
He's being funny, bro. He's being funny, bro.
Okay. Okay, taking shots. Okay.
Yeah, he's taking shots at me. Uh-huh. So,
Louis,
what's the question, brother?
Yeah, kick us, brother. Let's start with LeBron's legacy. Okay, let's talk about. We're going to start on the court with.
So we talking on the court or off the court? You froze up, Carlos.
Let's start out on the court, Lewis. We on the court.
All right. All right. So on the court, it's no secret. I'm not a big LeBron fan. I'm a Jordan, Kobe, Dominique Wilkins fan. Have LeBron achieved Is he an all-star? Is he a mega star? Yes, he is. Okay. Just because I'm not a fan of his, I'm not going to give him his praise of what he has accomplished during his NBA career. Um, but we're talking about legacy tonight. Okay. How I feel like him going to the LA Lakers and not winning multiple championships have put a damper on his legacy. LA Lakers, Boston Celtics, those are franchises. If you go there and you wasn't drafted, but you go there via trade and you don't bring championships, put banners in the raffles, hear me out, fellas. Your time with that particular team is a failure. Okay. Understand. Is he filling the seats? Yes, he is. Okay. But at the end of the day, as an athlete, every athlete wants to win a championship. Coming behind all the LA greats, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yeah,
Hold up on the Kareem. How you gonna say
granted,
Kareem?
huh?
How you gonna say Kareem? Kareem wasn't originally a Laker.
I, Hear me out, sir. He won multiple championships as a Laker. I know. I didn't say he was drafted by the Lakers. My first statement said, if you're gonna go to a team like that, you have to deliver. Kareem delivered.
So he did win one though, Lewis.
I was just about to get into it.
Okay.
The bubble championship.
You think that don't count?
In my eyes, it's not a real championship. Granted,
Why?
granted, all the teams was in the bubble, and somebody had to win it. I get
Yeah.
it. Why hasn't he won outside the bubble? He has
He
had
had one
all the
outside the
players.
bubble.
He has had all. Say what?
He had one outside the bubble.
Not with the Lakers.
No, he won
Not
one
with
with
the
the Lakers.
Lakers. Not with
Hey,
the Lakers.
so you gonna
I'm,
criticize because he
I'm,
ain't
I'm,
won with the Lakers?
I'm telling you because when you go to a big city
Market.
like LA
Big market.
market, and my whole when I knew he was going to LA, I always felt like LeBron went to LA for life after the NBA. It wasn't about the NBA. His off the court life, the businesses that he had to go move to LA to really pop it off. Okay. So I'm gonna let you guys uh come off of what I said, but I feel like his legacy have took a hit because he has not, besides the bubble championship, he has not produced. And understand, fellas, I'm in multiple Lakers groups on social media, and there are every day I read, get rid of LeBron, trade LeBron. Why is he still here? He's taking up money to where other athletes, younger athletes, all stars, LA should have went after and brought to LA and would have had a longer uh, uh, chance to develop these guys and win multiple championships.
Hold on. I'm just saying one
I'm
thing
I'm
though.
I'm
You
I'm
said
I'm, I'm a pause. I'm gonna pause right now. So I'm gonna let you guys talk.
no. I'm on. You're on the point saying okay, he won one with LA. Okay, but you trying to say if an athlete go to another place, he don't win. Jordan went to the Wizard. Nobody want to
I
mention the
said,
Wizard.
I said, I said, LA, places like LA and Boston, it's not
Now
Washington. There's two different
he talking
types of
about big
franchises.
market team.
Big market teams, New York Knicks,
But we
Places
can.
like that.
Can you say today's NBA is all about the big market teams? Because we got Oklahoma City is the best team in basketball. Different
And
time and
That,
Milwaukee
era.
won a championship.
that's
You're
this
comparing,
year.
but you're
That's not what
comparing.
I'm saying. That's
But
not what I
but
said. I said
but you saying
it's
big.
about his legacy. It's about his legacy. I said by him wanting to go to LA, he has not delivered what the history of LA basketball all stars, mega stars deliver to the team.
I'm just saying
I
I
get
He
wouldn't.
has
you
not. He
saying pretty
has not.
much by him going to going to LA, the expectation wasn't he didn't
It
live up to
wasn't
the
met.
expectation.
It wasn't met. It was not met.
It was
And
met.
he has.
I
He
How was
has.
get
it
what you're
not
saying.
met? How was it
He
not
has
met?
had. He has had multiple all stars to play along with him.
But
Same
hold
in
on.
Cleveland. Same in
But
Miami. Same in LA. He has had multiple pieces around him so that he doesn't have to do it alone.
hold
Okay,
on.
Tori. Let's get
But you
Tori.
keep saying
Tori, you go
he
ahead.
keep saying it
2 minutes.
wasn't met though. But he won the championship in LA. How was it not
I,
met?
I, I just said I
He got
agree he
a
did win
ring.
in the bubble. I
So, but you
did say
still
he
say
won in the
but you.
bubble.
So I'm just trying to figure out how you say it wasn't met. He won him a
In
championship. It's still a
in my
Okay.
bubble.
eyes, in my
You
eyes,
are,
and multiple Laker fans, that doesn't count.
but
Okay,
that's
so Tori,
selfish. I'm just, I'm just,
hold
I'm
on,
just
Tori.
saying.
Hold on,
Hold on,
Tori.
just
Hold
say
on a
one
second.
thing. Okay, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, you go ahead, Tori. Go
I'm
ahead.
just saying that's just selfish as a LA fan because you know how many other teams in the NBA would be happy to put a championship banner. Because
Probably,
I guarantee you,
probably,
y'all ain't gonna take down that banner. You
probably.
tell me Boston would be complaining about that banner up there? You keep saying he didn't bring it to it. Y'all still got that banner. I don't see no problem. Y'all
Yeah,
didn't bring that
yeah,
banner
yeah.
down.
Yeah, the banner
Okay,
is up, but the organization did raise the banner. You're absolutely correct. They're not going to take
So
it down.
so tell me that ain't a legacy. He won a
No,
championship without. That's selfish.
no,
But
no,
that's a
no.
okay.
that's selfish as a Laker fan.
We're
Yeah.
gonna
See
let
this.
Vince chime in a second. Hold on a second. So just make sure I understand. Tori, you're saying one championship in 6 years is legacy. Lewis, you're saying in LA, that's not legacy.
That's not enough.
Vince, what are you saying? Then we'll close out with Frank.
I kind of I understand Lewis's point. But then I look at his overall achievements. Um, could you say, for example, Michael Jordan never beat Larry Bird ever?
Correct.
Hmm.
Did that damage his legacy? No, I don't think so.
So
Um,
Vincent,
so
you're right. So if you the GOAT and you can't beat me, don't that make me the GOAT?
now we're getting into your titles. Exactly. I get where you're going, but see, I'm just talking about LeBron as a
I
whole
just,
and his
yeah,
legacy in
yeah.
basketball, his achievements. Now, that's
Mm-hmm.
why I'm kind of straddling the fence because I agree with Lewis. He did not live up to his expectations in LA. LeBron supposed to, in everybody's eyes, multiple titles, 3, 4 at least. That was the expectation.
He
He
got about
didn't
four,
live
don't he?
up to in LA
Oh, you talking about in one specific
with the
place?
Lakers. Yeah, with the Lakers.
Okay,
Yeah.
But
okay.
Okay.
y'all gonna do
So
that man whole career on one team?
so
But
from that aspect, I understand what Lewis is saying, but I don't take away from his legacy um because of it. I don't take away his achievements are still his achievements. I still put him as one of the greats. He's still he's in my top 10. Um Now yeah, it could have been in the top 5 had he got those championships like Lewis talking about, but yeah, he's in my
you
top 10.
dropping him to low five?
Huh?
You can name 5 players better than LeBron.
I can't wait till it's my turn. I swear to
It's
God,
about
I
to
can't
be.
wait
All
till
right,
it's
come
my
on,
turn.
Frank. Come on, Frank.
I'm
Here
Jesus
we
I'm
go,
Christ.
Frank.
I'm on the
Vincent,
fence
keep
with it.
going. Yeah, keep
I'm
going,
on the
Vincent.
fence
So,
with
cause
it. Like I say, I'm on the fence because I'm not. I can't say I'm a big LeBron fan. I'm not against LeBron, but See, I look at his life, I look at his achievements in the NBA, inside and outside, and I think he's one of the greats now. I can't take that away from him.
But you rank him
I
below
agree.
5.
Hmm?
You can rank 5 players better than him.
I can, but that ain't
I'm
my
on the
turn.
fence. I don't want to rank it right now because I'm
Oh my
All right, come
God,
on,
on the
but
Frank.
fence.
this
Come
I'm
light
on,
on the
about to
Frank.
come through
fence.
this damn phone, man, for
I've
real.
Come
been
on, Frank.
pondering over this ever
Come
since
on,
this
Frank.
question came up about did this hurt
Come
his
on,
legacy.
Frank.
So
Come
Come
on,
on, Frank.
Frank.
Come on,
I'm ready for your ass. What's up,
Listen,
man?
listen, man. I don't. This what I'm so unbiased about this situation because I'm not a Laker fan. I'm not a Miami Heat fan. I'm not a Cleveland Cavalier fan. I'm not a fan of none of those teams. I
Mhm,
only like the Atlanta Hawks. So
mhm.
when y'all was saying that they should get him out of LA, that's why I raised my hand because send that motherfucker to the Hawks. We want him. Anytime you can get a man
we'll,
at that
we'll take him.
age, at that
You take him.
age, to run up and down that floor the way he do and change the game. For me, LeBron James is the greatest player to ever play professional basketball.
Mm.
Um, People talk about Wayne Gretzky is the greatest hockey player there is. They go by his numbers. They don't go by his championships. And I think that's the problem where we get
Yeah.
misunderstood in basketball. This man lead all the categories in basketball. But everybody try to put so many people above him. When 31 years old, if you wanted to talk about his legacy, then you could. But now at 39 years old, you can't name a player that can do nothing with this man at that age. And how
He's
these young
still
guys are
performing at a high
playing
level.
now, this man would destroy these guys if he was their age. I'm talking about the Ant-Man, the John Morants. Listen, man, they giving SGA the MVP this year. If him and LeBron James were the same age, he couldn't even get a shot off on this man. This man is Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Kareem, and Magic Johnson all put in one. And then you put LeBron James. That is your damn near your Mount Rushmore by itself. Kobe Bryant was just another Michael Jordan. And so when people be trying to compare this man to people, it be amazing me because he all them in one. At his age, he went to a Laker team and he won a championship. No one talks about all these. This man's legacy is untarnished. Think about every team he go to, he put them on his back and he take off. They don't never get him pieces that work with him. There is a very rare occasion that you put shooters around LeBron James. Y'all put him on the team with street clothes, man. Street clothes don't do number wear street clothes. AD is barely ever in the game. He stay hurt. And this man still doing what he doing. Like now, when he first went to Miami, they didn't win a championship. But that very next year, they wrecked shit. They brought Luca there to be with LeBron. Luca gonna be 20 pounds lighter next year. And watch what they do. Watch what they do as the Lakers. And I know, Lewis, you talk about the markets. Um, but man, you got so many small markets. San Antonio was wrecking shit. Houston
Mhm,
was
mhm,
wrecking shit. Detroit
mhm.
was wrecking shit. There were so many teams that was in small markets. Even Milwaukee in present day, wrecking shit. Like, I understand what you're saying.
It's not against the small market teams. I'm
I
saying
know,
that
but you're saying the
he
Lakers.
went
See,
to he went to the big market and he has delivered with
the, the
the
market don't call for
history, the
the market
history.
don't the market don't call for that, Lewis, because he didn't go
Okay,
to you acting like he did with KD went to Golden State. Golden State was already Golden State. When LeBron
okay.
got to the Lakers was nothing before he got there.
So you just made a statement saying that every team he go to, he put the
He
team
put
on
them
his
on
back.
it. Yes. And you can't hold it by yourself.
So you telling me when he went to Miami, you
Did he
saying
win?
Wade was number
Did
two?
he Did he?
You
Yeah,
saying you
yeah,
saying Wade was number two?
yeah.
Yeah,
He
I say that.
was.
Wade was
Yeah.
number two.
No,
Agree with that. I
no,
agree with
Wait.
that.
no, no,
Yes.
sir. We need to go back and
Hey,
watch some games,
Lewis.
my brother.
Lewis, this what you
Wade
don't
was
understand.
not number two. Wade
Do
was
you
not
know,
number two.
Lewis?
No, sir. No,
Listen,
sir.
see, you might not like LeBron James, but like Vincent said
No,
from
no,
the
no, no, no,
start,
no, no.
you can't take away from what that man has brought to the
I
game.
started out.
Nobody.
I started out saying that I'm not taking away from him. I say he's a mega star. I'm not
Mhm.
a fan of his, but I do know and I still recognize what he has accomplished. And on top of that, we have to understand the new era of the NBA. All right. If you we all watched the old NBA, the 80s, the 90s, early 2000s or whatever. At the end of Kobe's career,
He was still on money.
maybe 3 years, 2 or 3 years before he retired, or yeah, before he retired, you couldn't touch nobody. You couldn't
Lewis,
handshake. You couldn't do
Lewis,
all that. So you
Lewis,
you you want you want to go there with his stats and this, that, and the third,
Lewis,
sir,
Lewis.
sir, sir.
You
His
do know
stats.
That's
Kobe.
that's
Kobe
You
was
that's
you
why I
can't.
say
flamed.
it
They
really
flamed
depends
out.
on
You no
it really
sir, no
depends on
sir,
the argument.
no
Lewis
sir.
is
His stats.
basing his legacy off of championship wins, and that's
You
why I'm on
can't
the
do
His
fence.
that.
It depends on
we
the
know this
argument because
man got this.
when you have
We know
that
this man.
championship win argument, I see that side of the fence. But when I look at his overall accomplishments, like you can't
E-
deny it.
Even with that,
Yeah,
Vincent,
yeah, he got stats,
you
but
can't
the
go to
man.
championships either. You can't go to
Frank,
Hold
let me
on.
ask you.
championships.
Frank,
Hold
Frank,
on.
Frank. Let
Look,
me
look,
ask you
look, hold on.
something.
But I'm
Frank, let
gonna
me
say
ask you
this.
something. Frank,
Yes, sir.
Frank.
Yes, sir.
Whether it's boxing, you're a pitcher in baseball, basketball, football.
Mm-hmm.
Sports is a mental thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when a person is bro, how many players have we heard say, "Oh my God, we got the Chicago Bulls coming up on the schedule. How the hell are we gonna stop Jordan or Magic or whoever?"
They didn't feel Kobe
It's
like that.
already mental. It's say what?
They didn't feel Kobe like that.
Oh my God, let me get the fuck
Shit.
out of here. Oh,
Oh,
you
you crazy?
motherfucking
Hey,
crazy.
You sound
What in the
Hold
retarded.
world?
on.
what you got in that
Damn
cup?
thing, bro.
What you got in that cup,
Hold
Tori? Okay, go ahead,
What the
Tori. You
hell
got
you
30
talking
seconds.
about?
No, I'm gonna say
Get
that.
Tori 30 seconds.
Okay,
Go
hold on.
ahead, Tori.
Y'all talk about Kobe was the great. Kobe still needed Shaq, and he needed Paul Gasol. He didn't
Oh
win
my
without neither
God.
one of those. And you
Oh
He
trying
my
to tell
God.
did.
me
Oh my
Thank you,
God.
that's
Tori.
still a team? That's
Oh
Thank
my
still
you,
a
God.
team
Tori.
effort.
Oh my
That's
Thank
still
you,
a
God.
team
Tori.
effort.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tomorrow,
Hold
tomorrow,
on. Wait,
tomorrow, tomorrow.
hold up, Lewis.
I'm
Hold
gonna
up,
send
Lewis.
you on you. I'm gonna send you an interview with Kobe and Shaq. All right. I'm not even gonna say what Shaq said. I'm gonna let you listen to it.
But
All
I'm
right.
telling you, you. Let me tell you this much: Shaq showing homage to Kobe because he's dead now.
That's
But
it.
honestly,
That's the
he,
only reason.
he
No,
showing
no,
Only
no, no, no,
homage because
reason.
he's
no.
dead.
The interview, no, the interview is with Kobe and Shaq together. It ain't. It's not after he was dead. I'm gonna send it to y'all
Because
tomorrow.
Shaq is a humble person like LeBron is. LeBron to get all the praise to Wade down there. But
Do
you know who
y'all
got
do
them
you
two
do,
to one.
do you see what Kobe did after O'Neal went to what? Where he went to? Boston or
He
what?
went to
What the hell he
Miami.
went to?
He went to
Miami,
Miami. He went
Cleveland,
to
wherever the
Miami
hell
and
he
won,
went
won the
to.
championship with the
He
Wayne
won
Wade.
2 championships without Shaq. Two with Gasol. With Gasol.
He didn't win it.
Gasol.
He didn't
All right,
win.
Uncle
Gasol.
Carlos, you gonna chime in on this, or you just waiting
Gasol
your
is not.
turn?
Gasol is not in the
I'm gonna. I'm,
hundred within the top 200 players of the NBA. Come on, man.
all right.
He was a
I'm gonna
role
let y'all get
player.
y'all
He was
interview.
a
Let,
role
let's
player.
get
All
let's
right.
get let's let Uncle Carlos
Okay.
chime
Hold
in
on.
on
Hold
this
He's
on.
a
now.
Okay.
role
Hold on.
player.
Hold on. All right, guys.
We can
Y'all gonna
tell
have to
who
agree
don't
to.
like LeBron though.
No,
That's why.
you talking
That's why
about
I let him start.
stats. You talking about
I ain't saying
Yeah.
stats.
there's no stats. I'm saying Kobe couldn't do that without Paul
Oh man,
Gasol.
you gonna have to mute them niggas. Cause they
Are
gonna
you
have you
crazy?
all night long.
Are you crazy?
Hey.
Come on,
So
man.
look.
Paul Gasol? Come on, man.
Hold on. When
Get
did
out
when
of
did
here.
Kobe win one? It wasn't until Paul Gasol came to the Lakers.
Come on now,
Look.
we ain't
Look,
heard from
fellas.
Paulos yet. Let's
Look,
Paulos get the
fellas.
mic.
Look. Look.
This
Okay.
man
Look.
said Paul Gasol. God damn.
Look, brother. Look, brother. We're
Hmm.
gonna we're gonna agree to disagree. obviously we're gonna be on different spectrums, and when you come into have the conversation about the great, including Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, Kareem. For me, the greatest player of all time for me is Kareem. Greatest player of all time for me is Kareem because Kareem did it at every level. I'm going beyond. He did it at the high school level, the
You
college level, and the
you
NBA.
see
Right?
right? Mm-hmm.
Right. So it depends on how you try to frame this argument. Because again, you certain people have impacted the NBA so much so that and they've changed the way that the game is playing. They've changed the way that the rules are playing. Going back with Jerry West, the emblem. Jerry West changed the way it was played based on his skill set. They before, they didn't have players as skilled as Jerry West. So that's why he became the emblem because when they understood that, you could get skilled players who could do things like Jerry West, it changed how the league played and how teams were being played. Wilt Chamberlain. When Wilt Chamberlain came in, they changed the rules to stop Wilt from basically dunking on everybody. So they had to set the rules where they would move him away from the basket and change the game the way that he did that one. You see what I'm saying? Then you have that. Then even you go to the next iteration, I would say Jordan. Jordan changed the rules, which ultimately led to what I'm going to connect it to LeBron. When they realized Jordan got calls that other people weren't going to get. Jordan, they changed the rules to make sure that Jordan was highlighted, that he got them calls, he got those and ones. And so they refereed or officiated the game to highlight Jordan's, skill set and make it easier for Jordan to do it. Someone like AI, I think they switched I can't remember if it was AI or somebody, but now what AI was doing, they started calling carries. So they changed the rule for that one. And what LeBron did was LeBron, I would say LeBron is probably the smartest player ever simply because he knows the rules and he's a genius in spacing and where everybody is on the floor. So he basically, I would say LeBron is the biggest manipulator ever to play the game because he's manipulated the rules. He's manipulated the teams. He's manipulated the organization. He manipulated everything to position himself to be in the best position to get what he wanted. And so I can't be mad about that one. And then just to close it out with Steph Curry, Steph Curry changed how the game was played with the 3-point line. Before Steph Curry came, the 3-point was a nice to have, but now with analytics, the 3-pointers dominate the game and have spaced it out so much so that a mid-range jumper is considered a bad shot.
Yeah, it's a bad shot.
You see what I'm saying? So I give them all credit for doing the things like they were. I think competitiveness, Jordan is number one, followed by Kobe. LeBron is not as competitive as Jordan or Kobe. And
You mean
I don't think anybody can argue.
You mean competitive or selfish?
Competitive.
Or selfish?
I say competitive because Jordan and Kobe would do anything to win.
Selfish.
LeBron won't do that.
Dogs.
LeBron is a team player. He's a team player.
And that's why he ain't got damn won.
That's why he won't do anything to win.
That's why he ain't won.
He won't do anything to win.
He's not a dog, bro.
Y'all should have wanted this man to be a boxer.
He's not a dog, bro. He's not a dog, bro.
5 people on the court. It's not one.
But I'm saying LeBron won't do anything to win.
Who get paid the most?
Let me ask you a question, Carlos, and I'm sorry for interrupting you guys. Let me ask you a question. What was LeBron James' expectation coming out of high school?
Oh, no, he was already crowned the king.
The greatest. Anybody else even Kareem, has anybody else left high school and became the face of the NBA? Anybody? And have carried that torch for 20 years? Anybody ever did that? Anybody ever had that kind of weight on them from day one? In any kind of way.
Wemby got it now, but no.
Well, hold on. Let Lewis tell it. Kobe did, because Kobe can't tell out of high school.
Kobe
Nah,
didn't
That ain't
Kobe
what
even
they
didn't
then
have
come
that
out of
said.
high
weight.
I
school.
never
No,
said
Kobe
that.
no.
didn't
I
even
never
start
said
Yeah.
his
that.
first year coming
When I
out of high
said
school.
that,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
when I said that, Kobe said on the bench. I
Yeah,
never
they
get
said
didn't
what I'm
that.
expect
saying?
Kobe to be that. Mm.
So this and another thing, gentlemen. Um, how many championships did Jordan win?
6th,
Six.
When did he start winning them?
7th year.
Do you know why that happened that way?
He
Vincent
didn't have.
told you. Some either Vincent or Lewis. One of these guys said that Jordan never won nothing while
That was
Larry
me. Yeah,
Bird was playing. He didn't
he
win
never
nothing.
beat Larry
He
Bird.
only started
Nah.
winning after Larry Bird got old. He never wanted to
Mhm.
get Detroit. He couldn't even get past these guys until
Yeah.
they got old. And another thing about that, he only started reaching those pinnacles when they got old and when he got the second best player in the league on his team, Scottie
Okay.
Pippen.
So I just
None of
let
that
me
was never
let me ask
happening.
you this. So I'm just making sure I understand you. So in let's just for clarity and for understanding, you're putting LeBron 1, Jordan 2,
Yes, sir. All day, every day.
and Kobe 3, or Kobe not on there.
Kobe not three. So if we gonna see, that's what I'm saying. This stuff is
Okay.
so how you feel because Lewis
Mm-hmm.
like to screen
Yeah.
championships. If that's the case,
I'm not screaming
Bill Russell
championship.
ain't Bill
Bill
Russell
Walton,
ain't
That's
got
not
enough
Hey,
rings.
this is
that is
Bill
not my
Russell.
this is
argument.
my question.
That is
This
not
is
my
my
argument.
question. This is my
No,
question. Do
sir.
you think LeBron would have been the LeBron he is today in the Jordan era?
No.
Exactly. Yes.
Hell
Well,
no.
Who
yeah,
was gonna
Hell
check
no.
him? Who
he
was gonna
big
check
enough.
him?
That
He big
Are
enough.
you
I agree with
serious,
Louis. I
Frank?
don't think
Yeah.
so.
Are you serious,
I don't
Frank?
think so.
Is y'all crazy?
Frank.
Hold on.
Frank.
How
Are
you
you
say? How big?
It
serious?
was too physical. I think it was too physical back then. I don't think
You
he
Can I
know
would have
how
finish?
big?
adapted
You
to
Can
it.
know
I
how
can
big?
I
Look.
can I finish
No.
Yeah,
this
I'm
statement?
sorry. Go,
Can I
Oh
go
my
finish?
ahead.
God.
Please let me finish.
Go ahead.
Please
Go
let me
Oh
ahead.
my
finish.
Go ahead.
God. Oh my
Please let
Hey,
me
God.
finish.
let him cook. Let him cook.
You guys do realize Michael Jordan was 6'5" and he weighed about 195 pounds.
Mm.
Do you know there was Michael Jordan, Ron Harper, um, Gerald Wilkins? It was a
Bill
number of
Cartwright.
players in that same body style as him.
Oh, look about
Hmm.
that.
This man was the same size as Magic Johnson, but he moved like Kevin Johnson. And you think who was gonna check him? This man 6'9", weigh about 280 pounds and run like a deer. What is y'all talking about? If a man 6'5", 195 can survive, how y'all think a man 6'9", damn near 300 can survive? And he
Well, why
moving.
he doing all why he do all this damn flopping?
What you mean all that flopping?
That's today's NBA.
He
Man,
manipulated
let's
the rule.
back
He
with
changed the
y'all. The
rules.
thing about
He
That's
did.
my point. That's today's NBA.
All
so
right. All right.
y'all thinking this man is flopping at 40 years old. He hitting the floor and bouncing up like he 12. That flow don't give a shit about nothing. It ain't gonna move for you. It don't care if you Jordan. It don't care if you LeBron. It don't care if you Lewis. It don't care if you Carlos. If you hit that damn flow, that flow got Dwayne Wade up out this motherfucker.
Okay.
It
Look,
got
Okay.
AI up out
hold
of
on.
here. That flow is
Uh,
not gonna be kind to you. So
You
you're
okay.
got a
telling me
point,
that
Frank.
this man gonna survive? Are you guys
All right.
kidding?
All right. All right. So let me pause. Let's pause there. Let's pause there. Let me bring us back because we got way left. Way left. And the point is legacy. All right, Frank. I'm gonna start with you.
Okay.
Speak on his legacy. Then we're gonna go work our way around back to the legacy. Then we're gonna go off the floor. Legacy.
Okay.
Legacy.
By far, LeBron James is the greatest player to ever play basketball. He's done it at the highest of high levels for 20 years straight, if not more than 20 years. He might be in year 22. And you guys are complaining because a 22-year veteran got bounced out of the NBA. 22-year veteran. His legacy is untarnished. Um, we're not gonna appreciate him, Carlos, until he's out the league. Then we're gonna appreciate him. Because the league gonna go down after he leaves. Now we in the
Okay.
league just full of young punks. But y'all go ahead.
All right. All right, Tori. Tori.
I
Legacy.
agree with that statement.
Legacy. Then we're gonna go. We're gonna go to Vince and we're gonna let Lewis close us out on this legacy. Go ahead, Tori. Legacy.
As far as I'm concerned, he's still a legend. To piggyback off Frank said, We're not going to appreciate him until he's gone. Uh, it will never be another LeBron, like it never will be another Prince. He's just unique in his own fashion. uh, I'm just saying, I don't think his legacy is tarnished. And I think for LA to be selfish about saying he didn't do what he came to do is so many different other athletes that's been out there, then they come in and do what they're supposed to do. I mean, even you could say, all right, you need to do 5 championships. He still did what he supposed to do.
He
So
gave you one.
he gave you one. Hey, for my Hawks, like Frank said before, had LeBron come here and got us one banner, I don't care if it was in the bubble or
I don't care
on
how
the
it
street
came.
corner.
I want it.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it would have been them Raptors. But for them Lakers
Oh
to
yeah, I
still be
take it
set,
now.
for them to
Okay.
still be selfish, like, oh, he got it in the bubble. He ain't did what he supposed to do. But at the same time, he still putting bricks in the sink. He making them relevant. It was not relevant no more after Kobe left. And even when Kobe was them last 3 years Kobe played, they were still
Trash.
relevant.
Trash.
Trash. Kobe was just stealing money
Okay. So
because
no
Kobe didn't
tarnish
want to
on
come up
you.
here. No time to
Okay.
me. But
All right. Ben.
All right, so that's why I say I'm kind of on the fence. It depends on the argument. Like when Lewis talk about championships, whole different argument. But the dynamics of this man, and I can't separate LeBron the basketball player from LeBron the man. I mean, all around, I think he's an icon. I don't think it damaged his legacy. Um, the way he lived on and off the court. I mean, I don't think it damaged his legacy at all. He's gonna go down as one of the greats. And Frank got a good point. He probably is gonna be move up on a lot of people's list once he's gone, because you're gonna miss what you that appreciation because it's gonna be gone. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
who we gonna focus on once LeBron is out of there? Who's the next?
Ant-Man.
Ant
Go
Man.
ahead.
Ant-Man gonna burn out, cuz he gonna burn out. He
Ant-Man
gonna
got too
burn
many
out.
They
baby mamas. Okay.
He
no,
gonna burn
no,
I'm
out.
sorry, Vincent. I'm sorry, Vincent. Anything else,
we're gonna
man?
say we're
We'll
gonna
go to
say
Lewis.
Steph Curry.
Yeah,
Steph Curry
no,
till later.
no, I'm good on it.
Yeah, Steph on his way out too. All right, Lewis. Close us out on this legacy on the court.
Again, fellas, LeBron James, the basketball player. The man came from high school into the league, went to Cleveland Cavaliers. It didn't work out. He went to Miami, won multiple championships, went back to Cleveland, won one for his hometown. I can't take that away. My likeness or dislike for LeBron is different levels, different reasons, but I cannot disrespect him by saying that he's not a great basketball player. All right. He is a great basketball player. I can't take that away. Um, my outlook on him and comparing him to other NBA greats, not just Jordan and Kobe. Okay. Um, it's just certain things that I watch when I watch a basketball game that gives me a different outlook on his entire career. As being a Laker fan, I haven't cheered for the Lakers since he's been on the team. That's my own preference. Um, what has he done for LA? Yeah, he filled the seats. Yes, he's brought his son into the league. He got his son's with a Lakers jersey on it right now. His legacy, he has fans. I mean, Tory, Uncle Frank, they are fans of his. So, and he has multiple fans throughout the league and throughout the world. Once he retire, yes, he will go down as one of the all-time greats. We can debate the eras, the defense, the rules and regulations on how he was able to build his numbers up, this and the third. We can debate that all day. All right. But hey, at the end of the day, he's a great. He's one of the greats. Where do I have him ranked? He's not in my top five. Okay, and they're just my personal.
So you're
I
not
think
where? You're not in your top
he's
what?
he's not in my top five. He's not in my
You just
top
don't
five.
like. You just don't like
He's in
blackness.
he's in my top 10, but he's not in my top five.
Name your
Okay.
top five. I'm just curious. Who your top five?
Please
Who,
Uh,
tell.
who, who you
uh,
finna put over LeBron? I'm listening.
I want to
okay.
know that too.
First of all, I'm not going off numbers or championships or anything. My favorite player ever in the NBA is Dominique Wilkins.
Mine too.
Okay,
Mine
he's
too.
my favorite. And he didn't win a damn thing. Okay, so he's my favorite player of all time. Number two is Kobe. All right. Number three is Jordan. I hated Jordan for many years because of Dominique Wilkins.
Me
The
too.
rivalry they had, I
Me
couldn't
too.
stand Jordan for a long time. So if we would have had this discussion back then, it probably would have been kind of same, the similar with LeBron. I mean, for different reasons, but I couldn't stand Jordan back then.
Me
Okay,
neither.
so it took me a minute to appreciate, to really appreciate Jordan and what he did with the 2, 3 peaks and this, that, and the third. All right, so that's three. My number four would be Magic Johnson and Kareem.
No doubt.
So that's my
No
top
doubt.
five.
All right.
I'm
All right.
biased with you on that. I ain't mad at you because I like Dominique too.
Okay, brother. All right. We've had a great discussion about legacy, and particularly for LeBron and some other players, and how that applies to on the court. And we're going to agree to disagree on a lot of those things and what's important on one of the other aspects. But when we're talking legacy, basketball is really just a game, right? It's really just a game. And there's kids who don't recognize the greatness of Jordan. They don't recognize the greatness of Kareem. They don't recognize the greatness of Wilt Chamberlain, or I'm sorry, or
Walt
those,
Brady.
early, yeah, because it's just a different generation. They weren't aware of those. Like, we don't know about the Pistol Pete, Maravich, and some of those other first teams in there, right? So for
Right.
those people outside of the court, their legacy, I think, this is just me speaking, for them is going to be their family and things that they did outside of the court, right? So some of those situations, some of the things that are going to be more important. So I want us to transition as Black men and regular folk, regular people. We don't play a sport in front of the millions of people. We don't, fill arenas and things like that one. But at the same time, we too have legacy. And, I want us to have a grown man conversation about what legacy means for us, how our um, fathers and ancestors and everybody before us impacted that, and how we are trying to impact the legacy that we leave behind us, right? And so, I'll kick it off and, let you guys chime in, and then we'll circle our way around, because again, we know some of our personal stories, some of the things we've shared, some of the way how we grew up. We know that on the surface level, and we know some of the stuff that happened before, right? So even for many of us, and our mothers and fathers weren't necessarily always together or things like that. So we had to create legacy our own kind of ways, and sometimes we got that from different ways, right? So for me, I'm just going to start with, I've had conversations before with people about the legacy behind my name, my last name. And I didn't learn until I was much older, what the root of that name was. I found out as I got older that my last name was not my father's last name. It was the name of a family cousin, right? So it was what his mother chose to use at that time, for whatever her reasons were, to name my father and some of his siblings that. So for me, while I honor my name, and I feel close and dear to my name, the legacy for that particular name is not something that I'm going to carry over, that I can look back to and say, hey, the Barnes is in 1883 were established here, and I'm just carrying on that name. So for me, I had to establish an identity around that name, and and I feel strongly about my last name to go forward with my kids. My kids may feel differently about it going forward, but that's just example of how I'm trying to build a legacy or trying to leave some legacy for my kids. Because again, when I got married, it was important that everyone in my house put my name, and it was a agreement between me and my wife that if I didn't ask for anything during the wedding or whatever we did, but you're gonna have to take my last name. We're not doing it hyphenating. We're not doing this and that. So for me, it was a hill that I was willing to die on. And I almost got cornered by some, her aunt and her mother trying to, get me in the conversation about our last name, but it was nothing that I wasn't willing to budge on, right? So it was an important thing for me, and so that's how I'm starting to establish my legs, and we can speak on some other things about that one. But I just wanted to throw it to Lewis first because I know your name is your father's name, and how does that? I wanted to ask you, how does that impact you, the legacy that you're carrying on, and how you see that going forward to your kids and your future generations and so forth. So I don't know if did you catch all that, Lewis?
Yeah, I caught all that.
Okay.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So we flipping this legacy thing to a very serious topic.
Mm-hmm.
I'll applaud you, Carlos, on what you just stated. Um, so Frank, I think Frank is amongst us is the only person that pretty much knew of my father, uh, in high school or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We laughed and joked about, my dad, being there at practice or coming to games and this, that, and the third. Um, my dad, he has set the blueprint on what a man looks like, talks like, works like. Okay. Growing up, my mom has never worked a day in her life. Well, since she's been married.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My mom has always been a housewife. Um, and I watched my dad. He worked for the state of Georgia, um, working as a printer. But on the weekends or sometimes throughout the week, he worked at a hotel as a waiter, to make sure that the bills was paid. I had clothes. Me and my sister had, clothes on our backs, this, that, and the third. Long story short, obvious, y'all know my wife. My first wife, I tried to duplicate that with
Mm-hmm.
the staying at home and I would do whatever it takes to pay the bills, that and the third. It didn't work. Okay, whatever. Um, my son, he's named after me and my dad. So he's Louis the Fourth. Um, and I take pride, even to this day, on doing whatever it takes to make your family happy. Um, I think the question was, does legacy matters? I'm sure out of what is it, five of us here on the panel, I think we all have achieved things that is different from the other. And one person may say, hey, me graduating from college is an achievement, or or getting to a certain position on the job is a certain achievement. Everybody's viewpoint is different. I have things that I have not accomplished that I'm very hard on myself about that we can talk about at a later date. But as far as my legacy with my children, I show especially my sons. I got two sons. I show them that every day. your feet should touch the ground. And when your feet touch the ground, have a purpose. Once you stand up, God have woken you up, giving you that strength. You take that first, stretch in the morning. Every morning you wake up, you open your eyes. You should have a purpose for that particular day. You should have a goal for that particular day. And it should, as a man, in my opinion, I'm not going to speak for y'all, but I'm pretty sure my brothers would agree with this. My purpose is not about me. It's all about my wife, my children. I got two grandkids, and I got one more on the way sometime this month. So everything I do is for them to make sure that they're happy, they're satisfied. If I have to give them advice, because it's not all about money all the time. It's all about giving them the right advice, listening to them, giving them the ear, the shoulder to cry on, this, that, and the third. If I'm not able to give you what is needed, I'm the type that I'm not just gonna say something just to make you feel good, not knowing what the heck I'm talking about. Let me do some research or let me rub shoulders with somebody to get the information that you need or the help that you need. So, long story short, I mean, I could talk about this for a long period of time. My dad is my inspiration. He is my hero. Um, if you follow me on social media, you may have seen me say, like on Father's Day or his birthday, I call him the example. Okay.
Hmm.
I always, you gave me the blueprint on how to be a man, on how to treat my wife, how to raise children, this, that, and the third. And to make sure that they understand that family comes first, no matter what. Family is first. And with the group that we have now, we understand family doesn't always have to mean blood. Okay. If you have some tight knit friends that are there for you, that have your back, that will, lay down, willing to lay down their life for you in certain, situations, that's family also. So you don't cross them, you don't turn your back on them, you there for them also. So my dad is my inspiration. Hats off to him. He's still showing me to this day. I'm 50, he's 70. So we 20 years apart, but we still, we close, and he's still giving me um, inspiration each and every day. So
Okay.
that's my legacy. I just want to make, and it's some family, it's not, again, and I say it's not all about the money. Yeah, we want to make sure our family is set up just in case something has happened to us. That's very important. But my main focus is that tightness, that communication, that love, that real love. And
Okay.
I'll just stop right there.
Okay. Okay. Tori, unmute yourself.
Let me go
All right.
last.
You want to go last? Okay. All right. All right. So still working out. Let's Vent. Let me get you over here. Hold on. Go ahead, Vent. Oh,
Yeah, can
hold
you
on.
hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
All
Yeah,
right.
we got you.
So, for me,
Right.
piggyback off Lewis said, my situation was kind of the opposite of Lewis. My dad wasn't in my life. Um, I always grieved for my dad as a kid. Um, I knew of him, lived in the same city, but not to go into detail. Had some issues that uh he just couldn't live up to the potential that he should have and have been there. But we got into contact. I was about 27 years old, and after he got himself situated, cleaned himself up, and found out at the time, he was passing from prostate cancer. So we had communication. We built a little bit of a relationship before he passed. And but for me, I had to find out what that looked like, how to do it. Um, and my mother was military, so that's why I got a lot of the strength, zero tolerance for bullshit, for lack of a better term. So I got, a lot of the strength and stuff from my mom, and I say all the time, they don't build women like that no more. But my brother, I had a brother that was 13 years older than me. My mom had him in Okinawa, Japan. She was in Korea in the army at the time. So um, my brother was the biggest example that I had of a man and that's where I got my strength from, and stuff like that. But as I got older and had kids, once my oldest son was born, I remember feeling the feeling of I just gotta figure this thing out. So I remember moving into an apartment and I had a bedroom suit and some dishes, and that's it. And okay, let's do it. I got to do this and I got to figure this out. So I just knew I didn't want them to have the feeling of an absent father. And whatever it took to do that, that's what I did. So I had to build that myself, and I had to become what Lewis' dad was for him to be that for my sons. And through it all, they're 30 and 28 now, and both of them are successful, doing well in life, and building their own families. That last name, Watts, it's my dad's last name, but my middle name, Lewis, is his first name. I discontinued that name with my oldest son because I was going to start it over from scratch. I didn't want him to be a junior. I couldn't stand that name for a long time because at one point in my life, I built up a resentment because I grieved for my dad for years and I felt like he didn't grieve for me. Um, after we had those conversations and got that understanding, like I said, built a bit of a relationship. But legacy is family. Lewis talked about careers and things like that. In my mind, that plays a very little part. It has nothing to do with your financial status. Um, it's being present. It's the lessons they learn from you. Um, how to stand up firm, look a man in the eye, learn to shake their hand, say what you mean what you say, that type of thing. And you build off of that. And for me to see my sons mimicking my life and my story from the teachings I was able to bring to them is inspirational for me to keep going. I have grandkids now. I have grandkids that have my Watts last name, and I'm proud to see that going on, and it's encouraging, and I love it. And to me, that's what legacy is. It's what will they say? Because I pray to God, I've seen it, and it's damaging. I've seen a mother bury her children. That's very unfortunate. That's heartbreaking because that pain. I pray to God, none of us ever has to face that. Um, your kids shouldn't. You shouldn't bury your kids. Your kids supposed to bury you. And I pray that that's the case. And it's. I think about a lot. Like, what will they say about me when I'm gone? What will be remembered? And for me, that's what legacy is.
Okay. Profound, brother. Profound, brother Frank, Uncle Frank.
I wanna, say I truly understand what all you guys are saying, and I'm really just piggybacking off of you. I have four daughters and one son. I have a grandson, a granddaughter, and sometime this year I'm expecting a new grandbaby. And legacy, like you guys keep saying, is based solely on family. Your family is everything. And for me, sometimes I can be a little chauvinistic because my son is gonna carry my legacy because he gonna take forth my name. My son is like Lewis. He a fourth generation Frank Little, and that name is very, very important to me because it took a lot of years to build it. And I want my son to carry that name on, and hopefully his son and his son, so forth and so on. I have a grandson, but he's gonna carry the legacy of another man. So it may seem um, different, but it's all the same, fellas. Legacy for us, like I said, we got this tight knit group where we be together and love on each other unconditionally. We help each other, and hopefully our kids see this bond that we are creating, and they will go forth and create those same bonds with other people. So you seeing the what it means to be in our culture, what it means to push forth and get rid of all these negative stereotypes and negative narratives about us. I love you guys, and I let my son see me love on you guys. And I let my son see you guys love back on me. And I ain't even talking about my daughters because they've been knowing you guys their whole entire lives. This legacy thing is very important, fellas, and I'm glad we're talking about it because people need to understand that our lives didn't just start with us. We had people before us who taught us things that ultimately is helping us push forward. Um, my father was very complex, but my mom was just as strong as Vincent's mom. Um, she put belt to ass, she put foot to ground, she put food on the table. She did all those things. It's just that our fathers grew up in an era, man, that was destroying them. That's why this era that we living in now, we can't falter or fall short of what we give to our families. We got to push this thing strong and hard. And fellas, I love you guys dearly. If you ever in life see me get out of step or swaying to the side, if you love me, you will straighten me. You will correct my issues and you will help me not falter. And that's what legacy is for me. Being around people that love you, love on you, as well as put belt to ass. You can't have the good without the bad. And family is everything, not just for me, but I see how you guys interact with your families as well. Um, you got to be willing in this life to live for something. And if you're willing to live for something in this life, that means you're willing to die for something in this life. And that's what family means to me. It means living every day. It means willing to die for them, as well as pushing this legacy forward. So in the future, man, they can do the thing that we do. In the future, man, they can have these draft parties that we have. In the future, man, they can all be different and talk about football, basketball, whatever it is, and then have healthy conversations, healthy disagreements, and then take your goddamn ass home. That's me, and that's what I feel about legacy.
Appreciate that, Frank. Tori.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm gonna start off with legacy. Unfortunately, when you take my last name is Manuel, um, I'm the product of I didn't have a father in my life. Um, I was that typical kid with when my daddy called me every day and say, "Hey, I got this for you," and never showed up. The typical thing when birthdays came, I got a call, but it was always empty promises. It was that all my life. So um, I'm also the product of a only child, so I didn't have that brother or sister or nothing like that really to look up to. So pretty much all I pretty much had was just my friends in the street. I had my uncles, so to a certain extent, which is probably bad, that last name Manuel, it don't really mean that much to me. My family origin is actually the last name is Dean. Actually, I want to be a dean. I wanted my name to be Vontori Dean because that's what my uncle's names were. So um growing up, like I said, I really didn't have a father. My uncles was there, but my focus point was probably always my mom. My mom always kept me grounded. She put the belt to my butt. She was everything. My mama filled in both roles. And I know they say a lot of time a woman can't show a man to be a can't raise a man to be a man. But I think my mom did a pretty decent job. As far as my kids, I try to be just everything the opposite that my dad was to me. So when I go down to what legacy is probably I say everybody's life is like a book. Um, it depends on what content you put in it. It's always going to be a beginning and the end. So time on earth, I just basically say it depends on what you put in that book, what the content would be. So can I really say what legacy is? I really don't know. Um, I have an idea what it's supposed to be, but as I say, I'm still learning as I go. Some of the things I did, I looked at legacy when I was younger, maybe my 20s and 30s. I saw things differently, but I see a whole thing a lot different now. When I was growing up, I pretty much hated my dad. Because he never was there for me. I mean, even for my graduation. He promised he was gonna come to my graduation. I actually looked forward, thought he was gonna come, but it didn't come. So all through my childhood, my dad was never really there. So when I got older, plus my mom was the typical female, was like, hey, your dad ain't this and that. But I really tried to step out to get to know the guy, So when I got older, um, I reached out to him. I started taking him to the baseball game, football games. But he ended up being, I tried to prove my mom wrong because, my mom was always saying, oh, your daddy this. But to me, I was just like, okay, my mom just saying that because being a typical guy, I'm saying, hey, my mom was just bitter. She's been the typical bitter woman. But when I got to know my dad, it really hurt me a lot because all the things my mom said he was that. He was just a drunk. He was a drunk all the way to the very end. Never wanted anything. Every time he called me, he was asking for cigarettes, alcohol. He wasn't there. I tried to look over it, but I tried to get to know him more because I was trying to say, hey, I was 26, 27, trying to be a kid, trying to learn my dad over again, but he wasn't really a dad to me, even being grown. But I found myself, I think my dad died when I was 29. So I found myself to where when he died, I went to the hospital and he had a heart attack. Of course, he looked me in my eyes and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, son. Should have been there for you." He was saying all the typical things with a man saying on his deathbed. I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah, okay, I hear what you're saying." But what really opened my eyes to really look at it, I said, "Dang, he had been in that hospital almost. He had to have a heart attack, and when he was in that hospital, he was in the hospital for 10 days, and nobody came to see him. I was the only one coming down in them last days." And I thought to myself, do I want to end my life like that? So when we talk about legacy, I don't know. I'm still learning, y'all. I can't say I have the idea what things are supposed to be and I know what I want to be, but when I look at my last name, I don't really have no respect for it. Um, all I can do is just probably be the person I am. That's all I have to say.
Appreciate that, bro. Woo! Everybody take a breath. Appreciate y'all, brothers, for being vulnerable and sharing with us. This is a tough conversation. You know what I mean? This is a tough conversation for all of us for various reasons. Because again, we've had similar experiences, similar hurts, and then and again, we've seen examples. And shout out to Lewis's dad for being that example for him, and modeling that. And I think for us, I know personally, you guys are excellent fathers, black men Black fathers who are more involved in their kids' life than no one can ever deny that. So I'm glad that we all have decided to go beyond, despite what we didn't have, to provide for our kids. I know you all have provided for your kids, versus emotionally, financially, and been there to support them. So I applaud you. I'm gonna give you guys your flowers right now, and applaud you for doing that and doing what we were supposed to do, what we as men do. So what anybody who watched this or listening, looking for what men supposed to look like, this is what men supposed to look like. This is what men supposed to do. Black men. So, you can believe whatever narrative you want to, but this is what men do. So Uncle and OGs is full of men. So shout out to you guys on that one. So I just want to give you your
I, I
flowers, and
got one
applaud you
thing
guys on it.
I
Go
do
ahead.
want to say. I've heard and Tori know I'm notorious for making a statement, and I hear people say it is what it is, and I can't stand that statement, and I always rebut it with it is what you make it. Like, you dictate it, you control it,
Mm-hmm.
you are at the helm at this
Mm-hmm.
point. At this point, I don't know about
Mm-hmm.
you guys, but we are all. I know with Frank, you too. Even though your dad's still here, we're the elders. We're becoming the elders. We're the living
Mm-hmm.
examples of what our
Correct.
children have to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
With your
Mm-hmm.
daughters, what a man looks like, how a man
Mm-hmm.
functions, how a man should treat you. With your sons, what a man looks like, how you should treat a woman, how you should work, how
Correct.
you should provide, how you should protect, how you should
Correct.
carry yourself, how you should love and respect others, all of that. So
Correct.
you dictate the narrative by your actions. I always say it's somebody watching you that you're not paying attention to. You see you going
Mm-hmm.
through things and say, if he can make it, I can make
I agree.
Absolutely. And we all have sons. So that's the beauty of it. We all have sons. So I think we prepared them, or left them, our sons, in a better place, um, than what we were given. So I think we take the baton and accelerated it, and went forward with it. So, I mean, I'm proud of that. I'm proud, of that for you guys. And again, that's why we're friends. I couldn't imagine, and I don't know any of you, and I don't know anybody in our circle. I could not imagine a man having a child and not wanting to father that child and be a part of that child's life. So for me, that's the tough part to deal with and to digest, despite whatever situation. And I know we all have our challenges, but we, as a group of friends, as a group of black men, know that despite what our challenges are, we have chosen to be there, present in our kids' life. So, um, again, I applaud you guys for that. So shout out to you guys for that, bro.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, and I think we talked about this before, and just so anybody, listening, I'm just going to read this again, because again, I don't think we sometimes take it, into consideration and realize that we're here for a purpose. We were here for a reason, and then it took a lot of people for us to be here, just for you individual. I know we, only go back, but I'm gonna just read this back, and then this is, you can look for it or Google if you need to, but I'm gonna read it to us. To be born, we needed 2 parents, 4 grandparents, 8 great grandparents, 16 great great grandparents, 32 third great parents, 64 fourth great parents, 128 fifth great grandparents, 256 sixth great parents, 512 seventh great parents, 1,024 eighth great parents, 2,048 ninth grandparents. In just the last 11 generations, 4,094 ancestors were needed. All of this within approximately 300 years before you or I were born. Stop for a moment and think, where did they come from? How many battles did they fight? How much hunger did they endure? How many wars did they witness? How many hardships did our ancestors survive? On the other hand, how much love, strength, joy, and encouragement did they pass on to us? How much of their will to survive did each of them leave within us, allowing us to be alive today? We exist only because of everything each of them went through. So we are in that ladder for the generation that comes after us, because we survived, and because we, had will, and we passed on what we have, into our kids. Our legacy will continue to be on for that. So I just want to drop that in there for, purposes of that. So it's important that we reflect on it. We make note of it, and we applaud ourselves and each other for doing what we need to do. So shout out to that. One of these buttons work.
I do want to say something else. Lewis, you tell your dad, he is an inspiration really for all
Yes,
of us.
sir.
I know I
Yes,
see the
sir.
pictures of you standing with your dad sometimes, and I love those pictures. Absolutely love them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank
All
you,
right.
bro. I'll let them know.
Yeah, Mister, we're gonna have to, Lewis. We're gonna have to bring your pop song. You think you can get him on the Aunts and OGs?
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. I can bring them on if that's what y'all like.
Yeah, man. We could chop it up with with your pops. I mean, you get, every time I've met your dad or been around him, he's a great man, great guy to be around. So again, I understand what he passed on to you, and it's amazing and great to see. So we got to bring on Lewis
Yeah.
Evans. He's the second, the junior,
The third.
Junior,
the
Oh,
third.
junior.
junior.
He's a junior
He's a
too.
He's
junior.
junior.
Okay.
He's the
Okay.
junior. All right, so we got to bring him on. Okay.
So
All right.
Lewis,
So
you the
Frank,
third, right?
yeah,
Yes,
Lewis the
sir.
third, and
Yes,
Seth
sir.
the fourth. And Frank,
So
you're
what?
My
the
son
third.
is the fourth.
But I am a junior, but I'm really the
Okay.
third, and my son
Okay.
is the fourth. So I don't
Okay.
know how that happened, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm really the third, but in paper I'm junior.
Okay. And
So
Vince,
what
you
happened
named.
after?
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Now I'm just gonna ask, what happened after become the fourth? Do you name the fifth?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
keep
Oh, okay.
going.
Yeah.
Oh, you keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
And Vincent, did you give your son name to Vincent, or you just got him totally from it?
I just gave him Vincent. His middle name is Demetrius. I didn't take the Lewis. And
Yeah.
my name Vincent actually came from my uncle. His name was Victor Chapel.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
my mom's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had his first name was Vic. Is what a lot of people called me growing up.
Okay.
Outside of school and that's family. But yeah,
Yeah.
Lewis was my dad's first name.
Yeah. So I gave my son mine. I gave him his own first name, but my first name and middle name are his as well. So I didn't want him to be exactly a junior, but I wanted him to have his own identity. But I wanted to carry the name over too. So, Corey, did you give any of your sons the name, or?
No, I didn't. I didn't. Actually, I never really. No, I didn't. I want.
So when
I'm
you
like, yeah, I want mine to have his own identity.
okay, so your side piece, you ain't gonna get that baby to
I need to ask y'all side pieces. What you
no,
talking about?
you the single. Well, are you okay?
Yeah,
Just for the record here,
yeah.
now, are you to consider yourself single or taken?
I'm very happily taken. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Bear. I'm just making sure. I don't see no ring on your finger. I'll just checking.
Paulo, I need you to stop
Look, look.
because
Hey,
you know how this man do. This man will go that way. Yeah,
All the way, all the way
that
that
man, I'm
way.
talking about
Hey,
totally changed.
he keep trying me. You know what I'm saying?
I see
Cause,
he keep
cause,
reaching. Hey man, stop
he
putting
hey,
that
reaching. Cause
man
I'm
that
gonna say
hook.
something.
Cause
Cause I'm
he
gonna say
gonna
something about
catch
the
it.
rings. I'm gonna
See
say
that?
something about the
don't
rings. You
say
know what
See,
I'm
I
nothing.
saying?
told you.
Nah, don't
Hey,
say
I
nothing about
told you.
that, bro.
he trying
I
to
I'm
get
gonna say
kicked
told
something
out.
you.
about the rings.
Hey,
Hey
Frank, he
man,
trying to
I
get
think
kicked
it.
off the stream. We finna
Hey
block
man,
you,
I
cuz.
think it's time for us to end this because
Right.
this man gonna
All
go
right,
that
all right,
way
all
real
right.
quick.
Yeah, yeah, cause
All right.
we can have
Anybody
a
else have
long
anything left to say?
conversation and y'all Negroes in the rings
Anybody
and
got
what the
anything
real
else to
meaning
say?
is.
Go ahead. Anybody got
Nah, well, I
anything
mean,
else for us to say?
on back to a serious note, I love this conversation. It gives, I think me and Frank talk about it quite a bit with men showing vulnerability and
Mhm.
being able to talk about things that would help enhance each other and encourage each
Mhm.
other. Getting
Mhm.
advice, whether you take it or not, just looking at the different perspectives and different things that goes on, in each other's life and just being there for each other. And that's a dynamic that I think a lot of men don't share with each other or talk about, and it needs to be talked about more because we feel like that pride, start to kick in. Like, I ain't talking about that, or
Mhm.
and you shrug it off and you just keep going and push through, not knowing if you're
Mhm.
making a right decision or a wrong decision or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it just take somebody to have that listening ear for you, and I appreciate you brothers for that because a lot of times I'll lean on somebody just to bounce something off of you. or
Mhm.
just vent. And I think we've been that for each other, and we continue to be that for each other, and that's a good thing. I think more
All right.
men, should get together and do things like that, and we need to teach actually these young men how to get together and do things like that, because I don't know what's going on with this generation coming up now.
Right. So that's a whole nother conversation. All right. Uncle Lewis, any closing remarks?
No, hey man, I appreciate you guys, man. I love y'all, each one of y'all. Uh, like Vince said, hey man, hey, this is what we need. This is what I need. Even at our age, at 50 years old, man, it's healthy to have these type of conversations. To be able to lean on one another and to really just talk, and not be judged. That's the key thing. And Vincent was
Mhm.
just saying about the pride thing. I think a lot of black men don't want to talk about certain things because of the response that they may receive. So many of our people are so judgmental of what you have, what you don't have, what you achieve, what's in your bank account, this, that, and the third. So, none of that stuff really matters. It's all about your heart, heart and your mind. What your heart says, what you intend to do. You may not have the resources to do what you want to do, but it's in your heart to do certain things. You just need some guidance on how to get there. You need an outline on how to get there. You need some people around you in your circle to show you the way. And a lot of times, our people haven't been shown the way to do certain things that's in their heart to do, their dream to do. They just haven't had that opportunity to do. And again, I appreciate you guys. One thing I want to say before we get off tonight. I know last year we went to a Braves game together. Um, you know, we got a brother that's holding it down for his mother right now. Talking about Mike.
Mhm.
I want to get Mike out real bad. All
Okay.
right. I don't know how we gonna do it, how we can schedule it. I can call his sister or whatever. I don't know if y'all guys
Mm.
know. Me and Mike used to be very close.
Right.
Real
Right. Right.
close. That
Yeah.
was my boy. I know his mom, his sisters, brothers, and everything. But since these last few years, it's been
Mhm.
a gap. I've tried to come over and see his mom. His mom has rejected me coming over because she don't want
Mhm.
she don't want me to see her in the stage
Right.
that
Right.
she is in.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
respect that,
Mhm.
but I love Mike. That's my brother, just like I love you
Mhm.
guys. But let's figure out a way to get him out and enjoy life. Me and his last conversation that me and him had together was his social life has ended.
Yeah. Well.
Right
Yeah.
now. It's been on pause. So let's
Mhm.
try to figure out if whether it's going to a game, a Braves game, going bowling, something. We got to figure out a way to
Okay.
get him out. I don't. I
Yeah.
don't want us to. We're bonding and we've been bonding, but I don't want to leave him out. He's on my heart every day.
Mhm.
I mean, it hasn't been a day that goes by I don't think about him. I text him, I call him when I can, but I don't want to leave him out of what we got going on.
Okay. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. We'll make it
Yeah,
happen.
we'll talk about that more. Yeah,
Okay.
All
All right,
right.
sideline. But
Tori.
yeah,
Any
we
last
can.
word? Any last word, Tori? Frank Jim, come to you.
Okay. Well, I'll let Frank go first. Go ahead.
No, you
No,
go
you
first.
go first because I'm gonna edit.
You go first.
You go ahead.
You go first.
So we
But
might
what
have to
I'm
edit you.
Yeah, you're right. You're going to have to. For what I want to say, we started off with the LeBron and his legacy. One thing we can say about LeBron, from what we see in the media, he's definitely a family man.
Hmm.
And for us, the media, we also see him as a dad. And and if you look at it, he's been with the same um lady since high school. So
Mhm.
one thing we can say, there's a lot of negativity out there. We can say this, what about his legacy, but I don't see nothing wrong. I mean, This
Mm-hmm.
guy has done it right. He has not been the lures. I mean, he has not been the news about, you know what I'm saying, doing some white girl in the booty, you know what I'm saying, and she getting mad. He ain't been in the news for,
This guy.
one player catching AIDS, you know what I'm saying? But his wife don't have it. He ain't been in the news from one player, wife suing him for having what he got.
Right. Okay.
And for us, we know all his kids are the same age. So
All right.
I just went in about that when we talk about LeBron legacy. He
All
has
right.
been true to the fact when it comes to being married. So when we talk about legacy, he is true to the fact as being a true married man, and nobody can debate him on that. Because that's all I went in.
All right. Appreciate it. Appreciate
Look
it.
and no
All right,
and look
Frank.
and no side pieces.
Okay. Go ahead, Frank.
Man, I appreciate the conversation we've had to get today, gentlemen. We got an excellent group, man. And I know sometimes I be wanting the group to get bigger, to pull in more people, but we have to make sure we have like-minded individuals around that's adding to and not taking away. I hope this thing grows and we can, what I'm saying, gather more people to understand what we're saying. Um, Vincent has a direct line to Mike. Mike, they talk together, they get together. So hopefully, um, we can go because I want to see Mike. I hadn't seen Mike in a minute either. As well as Franklin. You know, we're not gonna forget about none of our people because we have lost a few people, and it's crazy. So we gotta continue to love on each other and continue to push forth a positive narrative and not let no one spin narratives towards us as black men. Uh, Maybe we can get together, guys, and do a family day where
Okay.
everybody bring their families. So not only should we know each other, but our families should know each other. And I'm not just talking about the old ladies or the wives. I'm talking about the kids
Mm-hmm.
because they are the ones that's gonna build this thing moving forward. So
Mm-hmm.
that's all I got to say.
Hold
Let's
up.
make sure let's make sure. Let me just say this, because Frank, we talked about this the other day. Let's make sure we not one of the ones that we were talking about funerals, because Frank lost his
Mhm.
uncle not too long ago. How people will come from across state to put
Mm-hmm.
somebody in the dirt, but
Mm-hmm.
won't come across the street to help you when you right here alive and they need that help.
Mhm.
Let's make sure we better than that. We do better than that because we know better than that. When you know better, you do better.
I agree.
One more. I got one more thing too. I mean, just off the subject, but speaking of family, how is your family member doing? I didn't want to put their name out on the podcast. So, Frank, how's your family member doing? As far
Tab,
as
see,
help, yeah.
and this another thing, man. I don't believe in secrets. I believe in you can get help from any and everybody. We talking about Tabitha Dixon. That's her name. Um, I want people to pray for her. I want people to extend out a hand and extend out some phone calls if you know her. Um, she doing better. She responsive. She doing a lot better, man. So I really appreciate you bringing it up. So thank you for that. She doing better.
So she is responsive and talking
Yeah,
now.
yeah. She responsible and talking now. And then like man, if even if we want to go visit her, that's how I am, man. Come and see me. Don't stand on the sideline and tell me you were thinking about me or things that nature. Hey man, open that door. I
Yeah.
don't care if I'm on my deathbed. Open that door. Let me put my eyes on you. Let me
Yep.
feel your love without hearing it on the telephone. Let me see it. So if you guys willing, maybe one day, I know Mother's Day is coming up, so that ain't gonna be no good day, but Saturday morning or whenever in the future, if everybody is okay, I think I love surprise attacks, man. I do. I love surprise
Yeah,
attacks.
let's do something like that and make it happen, because we make time for what we want to make time for, and
Yeah.
we need to. prioritize what's important
Yeah.
and make time for what's important.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it ain't convenient, but it's important. So
Yeah.
make time for it.
But Jim,
All right,
I have enjoyed this, man. I really have.
hey,
I really have.
brother, this was awesome. This was amazing. I again, I thank each and every one of you, and look forward to us doing this again. We got a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience to share, and this is only the beginning. So shout out Unc and OG. If y'all need to hit that like, subscribe button, do whatever you need to do. So when we drop these episodes, and the brothers didn't know this, but this was streamed live. So this is live. There's no edit. There's no take back.
Hey, man,
It's
it
live.
is what
So
it is. I see
it's
it.
live. So it's going live on our Facebook, not on our Facebook, our YouTube channel. So when I hit this end stream, it's uploading. So whatever we said, it was real. It was from the heart. As our motto says, what real situations, real world, real people. So let me put it on here so y'all know real stories, real situation in the real world. So
That's it.
that's what we trying to. That's what we trying
Hey,
to give
baby.
you
So,
guys.
hey, say what you mean what you say.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Hey, you
And
can't
I
take it
stand
back, man.
behind it all the way.
Hey, again, the thoughts and the comments of Triple OG Tory is not necessarily thoughts of Unction OG's Worldwide LLC, bro, baby. So don't come from us, come from him, okay?
hey, man, I'm trying to
All
tell
right,
you,
brother.
boy. All right, man.
Hey,
I'll see y'all
until
later, man. I
next
love
time.
y'all.
See y'all later,
All
bro.
right,
Next
bro.
time.
All
Next.
right.
Yes, sir.
Much love, brothers. Y'all be easy.
Love.